everyone. Welcome to the moon. We are going to be traveling here today. It's going to be amazing. And, hope everyone's got their, space helmets on. No? Okay, maybe not. But yeah, we're gonna keep on reading Air today. Maybe we'll finish this strange chapter that we're on, where we're 1,000 years in the past. And yeah, that's what's gonna happen. So let's continue. Moonlight shines down on me. The pale light fills every corner of this nameless forest. Memories come back to me. A humid night at the shrine. Kanna murmuring words. I miss her. It all began that night. It's been almost exactly a month since then. Mount Koya, the sacred mountain. We're at Kango-Buji Temple now. There is no temple here. There is simply endless forest that all looks the same. There's nothing to see. This is boring. Be quiet and walk. Kango-Buji is the collective name for the hundreds of Buddhist temples located on Mount Koya. Mount Koya itself is also sometimes called by the same name, Kango-Buji. We're already inside the Koya territory. It wouldn't be odd to encounter guards here. I feel as though we have been moving in circles for a while. You're imagining things. Now be quiet and keep walking. Give me a second, guys. Alright, all appears good. We've had the same conversation but several times now. Starting to think something's off too. People get lost in the woods because they depend too much on the scenery. I made it this far by navigating with the moon. You can't get the direction wrong that way. But something seems so subtly wrong. The moon is bright and clear, a rarity for a summer night, not far off from being a full moon. Uraha has been bringing up our rear and comes to a sudden stop. What's the matter, Uraha? Look at this, Suryuya. I look and see a hemp robe wound around the trunk of a thick cedar tree. There are white paper stuck to trees at regular intervals from there. The rope's a shimenawa, huh? Someone has drawn a barrier around here. What kind of barrier? It is meant to keep out unclean things. What would unclean things be? Things like demons and vengeful ghosts and gluttonous winged ones. Do not call me gluttonous. Didn't say anything about you. Quiet. She cautions us sharply and we hastily fall silent. Uraha stares ahead, not moving in the slightest. She may even be holding her breath. And eventually, she raises one arm and points. This way. You know which way to go? I have a feeling. She smiles. I can't help but glance toward Kanna. There's no sign of any uncertainty in Uraha's actions. I feel like we can trust her on this. We follow her through the moonlit woods. As we go, we find several shimenawa along the way. Sometimes the moon is on our left and the other times is on our right. To my senses, it feels like we're just circling the same spots repeatedly. Then unexpectedly, a cloud covers the moon. The forest changes. Uh-oh. It becomes a primeval place that humans have never ventured into. Intertwined tree branches block our way. A damp haze hangs in the air like scraps of cotton fuzz. It feels like an entirely different place from where we were moments ago. This is quite unsettling. Kanna's voice sounds disturbingly distorted. Feel a terrible pressure inside my head. Not even sure if I'm standing up straight anymore. What's going on here? You have likely crossed into the barrier center. The barrier center? I try taking a step. Wet ferns cling to my feet, making it a struggle to walk. Which way should we go? Just as I mutter that, a mix of smells tickles my nose. Muddled as my head is, it screams a warning. There's no doubt, judging by the smell alone. I smell something burning. It's rusted metal and torches, sweat-soaked grass and hemp, and blood in the scent. Stop, don't say a word. What is the matter? Hey, Manin, what's up? Welcome to yet another. How you doing? And you're first, good job. There's fighting up ahead. I hear a high-pitched sound coming through the mist. Shing-clang, the sound of sword on sword. I'm doing good, thanks. Going to Best Buy today to fix the internet issues on my Switch 2. Hopefully. It's close. No, maybe not. I can't tell the distance from the sounds at all. I never heard of the sounds in a place like this before. Kanna and Uraha slide closer to me on either side. I can't tell them of my worries, but I also can't stop worrying about what to do. And it happens. The darkness ahead of us comes oozing outward. A powerful sense of something wrong strikes me, like space itself is being ripped apart. Good luck with the switch too. Yeah, thank you. I'm glad you're doing well. I wince but force my eyes to open. I see human forms, and blades shining with a soft light. Run! I push Araha and Kanna into the mist. Keep Kanna safe, Araha. Yes! I see Araha draw a short blade from within her kimono. I draw my sword as well. As for our unexpected company, there are 3 of them. They're big guys, each close to 6 feet tall. They're in gray monk's robes carrying long swords with back scabbards. Hoods conceal their faces aside from sharp eyes that glare out at me. The warrior monks of Mount Koya, fearsome practitioners of Buddhism and guardians of the entire mountain in which Kangobuji Temple is located. They're renowned for their bravery and they're used to fighting in the mountains. And as a bonus, they believe the Buddha watches over them even in death. Ideally, I prefer to avoid opponents like them. We're carrying Naginata, and the other has a sword. How does a mere country samurai get in here? Liking the music, Minim. It's good. One of the monks with the Naginata says, his raspy voice emerging from behind his hood. It's like we got bewitched by the spirit fox while walking at night. Or maybe it was a monkey, I'm not sure. Why, you? Getting mad, the warrior monk charges toward me. I hold my sword in front of me, then I turn the sword in my hands, shifting the sharp edge upward. Promise not to kill anyone. Not sure if I can do it if it turns into an all-out melee, but I plan to down them with the dull of my blade if I can. I settle my breathing, seizing up the opponent. My entire body relaxes. I keep my body loose like silk rippling in the breeze. Whoop! There is movement. Yeah! The warrior monk charges me with his Naginata. You can't swing a Naginata in the woods though. He's sure to come at my ankles, which are hard to defend using a sword. So I kick off the ground, leaping diagonally forward. The crescent, moon-shaped blade cleaves through where my feet were an instant ago, slicing only air. I fly forward to close the distance between us. There's only one way to beat a long-range weapon. Get right up next to the opponent and their blade is useless. The warrior monk's eyes widen with surprise, and I deliver a wide slash to his chest with the back of my sword. Quick! Urgh! The big man falls weakly to his knees and slumps to the ground. The wind surges around the remaining warrior monks. He's got some skill, surprisingly. Damn disrespectful hick samurai. He's not from Azuma. Oh my gosh, that's the name of my Rune Factory game, Guardians of Azuma. What? He says, remarking my appearance. Who are you? Identify yourself. Fortunately, I wasn't taught any manners. I don't tell people my name if I won't get anything for it. Wow, I know, there's a connection, Minim. Isn't that crazy? You don't need to know. What? Prepare yourself. The moment they're distracted, I jump into action. I target the one in front, the second Naginata user. Ah! He dodges my first thrust, jumping to one side. I run behind him to strike in his blind spot. The monk tries to stab at me, but the trees prevent him from swinging the Naginata. But this one's smarter than the last. He tosses the Naginata aside without a second thought, the moment I close the distance. He grabs for the blade at his hip. He's fast on the draw. I don't swing my sword. Letting momentum carry me forward, I slam into my enemy's shoulder. In the next instant, ah! The hilt of my blade digs into the warrior monk's solar plexus. He crumples to the ground in agony. That just leaves one. He flourishes his sword extravagantly, scanning the area nervously. He seemingly still can't believe his friends are both down in the span of a single breath. Ugh! Grah! Desperately, he rushes straight at me. I don't even need to parry his sword. I simply dodge his blade. As he passes me, I strike the back of his neck with the back of my sword. Yeah! The final warrior monk goes down without even letting out a scream. Swoosh! I reflexively swing my sword to shake off the non-existent blood. And I resheath my blade. Phew! I let out a breath I was holding. The 3 warrior monks lie on the ground sprawled out like skinny bears. They won't be moving too much for a while. That went better than it should have. Sparing a glance toward the warrior monks, I leave the scene. I dash through the darkness in the direction of Kanna and Araha went in. The grass under my feet clings like muck at my heels, making it a struggle to run. Araha has said something about the barrier's center before. I've heard of spells that seal off entire spaces. There are powers that will let monks or Anmon do things like that. The mist gets thicker, making it impossible to make out where I'm going. I have no idea which direction I'm going in. It's like something out of a fever dream or nightmare. Eventually, entirely out of nowhere, I sense someone's presence. It's right behind me. I draw my sword and spin around. The mist parts and I can see the forest again. No one is around. No, that's not true. Kanna and Araha are standing with their backs to me, holding each other close. 2 warrior monks stand in front of them. You woman! No women are allowed in Koya! His rough hand reaches out to grab Kanna's sleeve. Do not touch me, impudent oaf! Her voice rings out clearly, dominating the scene for an instant. The warrior monk's arm freezes. Don't harm them, the other warrior monk says in an unauthoritative tone, stopping his colleague. He studies the face of the girl behind him. Impossible! You can't be! Lady Kanna, hurry! Araha puts herself in front of Kanna, holding out her short sword. I don't have time to hesitate. You're not face. Ryuya, guardian of Kanna Mikoto. I shout, bringing my sword up over my head. I want to draw the enemy's attention to me. I kick off the ground, flinging myself at them. The 2 warrior monks each draw a sword. They have straight blades with some sort of ornament hanging from the hilts. Yeah! I launch my attack with a shout. Cling! Our blades clash, sending up blue-white sparks. Another warrior monk slashes down toward my body. I throw my upper body out of its way. Then I follow up immediately by shifting inside the first monk's guard. Shing! Clack! Clang! Nah. Our swords are locked, but I can't gain any advantage over him. I use my blade to push his down to create an opening to retreat. Ah! Immediately, one of them thrusts at me from the side. I jump back to dodge. You're not bad. I hear a rumbling voice from inside the monk's hood. I steady my breathing as well, adjusting my grip on my sword as I do. These 2 are tough. I can feel sweat run down my face. I can still sense Kanna and Araha behind me. Run, and don't look back! I yell without turning away from the warrior monks. Her hesitate steps move away from me. You go after Kanna no Mikoto. Catch her before she clears the barrier. The warrior monk that seems to be the more senior gives an order to the other. No, you don't. I come at the warrior monk who's moving the leaf from his flank. Get out of my way. Deflects the attack from behind with the sword. An intense exchange follows with both of them at once. These 2 are clearly in a different league than the warrior monks earlier. The odds are poor as things stand, and that means I hold my blade above my head. Sha-sha-sha! I start moving sideways, keeping my eyes on them. The 2 warrior monks move in parallel. The branches overhead rustle. I reach the spot I was aiming for. I lunge forward. Rah! I swing my blade with all my might as though I'm trying to cleave the air. But I don't connect with anything, and the tip of my blade jabs into the earth. My head is now defenseless. My enemies won't miss an opening like that. I have you! He swings his straight sword in an overhead slash. Whack! There's a dull sound from above my head. The warrior monk freezes. His intended killing blow is now buried in a fat tree branch over my head. Thunk! The back of my sword strikes the warrior monk's undefended chest from the table. From the something. Not quite done yet. He mutters like someone's casting a spell and falls to his knees. I somersault over his shoulders and let him fall to the ground. Now his sword hangs ownerless from the branch overhead. That leaves the senior warrior monk and my katana against his straight sword. We face off in silence, our blades about 2 feet apart. The warrior monk murmurs quietly without lowering his guard. What are you planning? We will not allow you to meet Yaobikuni. Yaobikuni? He closes the gap without giving me any time to contemplate that. He moves like he's sliding over ice despite his size. Won't be able to trick this one. The faster fighter will win. Yeah! In the next instant, the straight sword passes through my left sleeve, missing my heart. Meanwhile, my blade has caught him in the side of the gut. It wasn't a contest of skill. I was just faster because I aimed for a critical target in the first place. That's all. Herk! Letting go out a wet cough, the warrior monk falls to the ground. Herk! He falls back, an agonized expression on his face. I struck below his ribs, right into his guts. He's got to be struggling to even breathe right now. Yet, he still asks me a question. Why spare me? He sounds genuinely surprised. He's deeply confused about why I didn't kill him. It wasn't out of pity. I answer. I think I see a faint smile in his eyes. His lips move under his hood, trying to recite something. His voice buzzes like an insect's wings rather than forming a prayer or curse. You will see the darkness. What did you say? Then just as I asked that, whoosh! Oh my gosh. A sharp agony shoots through my skull. It goes deep into my head. Then something rises up in response as though out of the muck. This is... I know it. I've seen this before. Under a clear blue sky. On a mountain road with only the sound of cicadas. It was when I was a child. Remember prayers crushed underfoot. An old monk's corpse lying there in a pool of blood. And me sobbing uncontrollably. A sword soaked with blood. I was going to be killed. I was going to be killed, yet I wasn't. Then I was alone. A sudden sense of bloodlust nearby brings me back to reality. The other warrior monk is up, trying to pull his sword free from the branch that holds it. He succeeds and comes at me. Take this! But he's still unsteady on his feet. Narrowly dodges first strike, and then retaliates between his eyes. But then in that moment, I realize that I'm struck him normally. He'll die instantly if I finish the stroke. I forbid you to kill again so long as you serve me. Nah. I twist both arms, forcing a change in the blade's path. It's a stupid thing to do. My focus is broken in that instant. I should have known that it would be a fatal opening. My blade slices over the warrior monk's shoulder before cutting through empty space. In return, I'm in a terrible stance now. I turn my back on the enemy on my own accord. Then there's a sickening sound of shredding silken flesh. I feel a burning shock pass diagonally down my back. That tells me how far away my foe is. I swing my sword as I turn. Yag! Screaming for all I'm worth, I strike with the back of my blade against the warrior monk's collarbone. Ag! I see his eyes roll back at his head and he collapses to the ground. But I'm sure he's not dead. I promise not to kill. I swore an oath to Kanna. I can't break it. My back burns. I can't stand there anymore. I have to catch up to Kanna, but no matter how desperately I think this, my consciousness fades all the same. Uh-oh, he got hit. There's a familiar voice. Here, Araha, hurry! Hold on, Tsurayuya. They came back? I'd strongly urge them to follow my orders no matter what. Tsurayuya, please! Lady Kanna, you're in the way. I hear the sound of silk tearing. She's probably attempting to stop my bleeding. Open my eyes. Kanna's face is right in front of mine. I didn't kill anyone. Tsurayuya, are you alright? It's not as bad of a wound as it looked like. Don't worry. I can feel my strength draining from me even as I speak. Now I remember, we don't have time for this. You can treat my wounds later. Run, I won't die from this. The two warrior monks lie on the ground not far away. I feel like I just saw one of them twitch. Give me your hand, Lady Kanna. Araha rolls up her kimono sleeves. Kanna follows suit. I feel both of their hands work at my collar. The two women drag me away. This is fairly pathetic of me. You idiots, just leave me for later. I can see the senior warrior monk struggling to rise. Halt, I will not let you go no further. He calls something out toward me with an air of desperation. Do you plan to unleash Yao Bikuni? Yao Bikuni again? What could he be talking about? A lot of you will not be spared either. Should you or do so. I'm already not spared though. Then I feel myself growing faint. I am out like a light. I hear wings, a bird with shining wings spread wide. It floats upward weightlessly. It leaves me behind. It goes somewhere unreachable, to heights beyond me. I chase after it, and I realize I'm dreaming. I slowly open my eyes. I'm in the deep forest. I can hear the trees rustling. The sunlight is hazy through the lingering mist. It's quiet around me. There's a faint, fresh smell of water in the air. Where am I? Is this heaven? I can't sense anyone around me. Are you awake now? Is she even human? Good morning. I'm lying down on soft grass. I can still feel twinges of pain from my back. Oh right, one of the warrior monks cut me. Araha and Kanna had dragged me here. Did you do something about the blood trail? Oh. She looks back at me, her eyes wide. If they follow it to us. I try to sit up and agonizing pain shoots through me. Ag! Please avoid straining yourself. We only just got your wound closed. But we have nothing to worry about here. We are already outside the barrier. Fragments of the last night's sword fight flashed through my head. You go after Kanna Makoto, catch her before she clears the barrier. So even the warrior monks can't come here. Then I look over my situation again. I've been stripped out of my kagin, but my upper body is wrapped in multiple layers of white cloth. I sit up carefully, turn my head and see a quiet mountain scene through the trees. Looks like there's something shining near the mountain's peak. Lady Kanna's mother is there. Raha says softly, following my gaze. Why do you think so? Intuition? She keeps her expression calm as she says it. I see. Your intuition is always good, Araha. I don't ask any further. And Kanna? She has gone to get some water from the spring. There's a spring? Over that way. I check the ground around me and find my sword in my right. I use it in its scabbard as a cane and stand up. Raha offers me your hand, but I won't wave it away. It's no big deal. My face starts to contort with pain, and I hurriedly force a smile. I can move everything normally, all of my fingers, wrists, arms, and legs. The blade didn't sever my spine. can probably walk even for so long as I take care not to reopen the wound. It might be best for you to go wash your wounds at the spring, Sir Ryuya. Will you give me a hand? I may not be very steady on my feet. Please make your own way. She responds uncharacteristically. I'm still injured, for the record. I will be fixing your clothing. That was when I noticed my kariginu laid out on her lap. The cloth is torn on the sleeve and back. It was so well made, and now you sure are nice to clothes, huh? Holes in clothing do not heal on their own. Very true. The spring isn't far at all. The water reflects the sky like a mirror hidden away among the trees. Kanna stands at the edge. Ah! She starts to run to me, then I see her stop and hesitate. You look good. She grunts a quiet affirmation to that when I get closer. Is it not a problem for you to be walking already? I'm just here to wash the wound. I will help if you will accept it. No, I can handle it myself. I walk into the spring waters still wearing my hakama. The water is painfully cold and comes to about my knees. The freezing sensation stabs me into full wakefulness. I go back to Araha. I can't use my sword while I'm washing my wound. I say, but Kanna doesn't move away from the edge of the spring. Are you not embarrassed to be enclosed before other people? Well, sure I am. I'm not actually embarrassed. So much so that I don't want Kanna to see my injuries. Aside from the slash in my back, I have a number of others. All of them as a result of fleeing from fights. I guess I really am embarrassed of myself. Oh, you are? You and I are just alike. After looking down and muttering a bit, she suddenly raises her eyes again. Sir Ryuya, what is so serious now? I commanded you not to take lives. Thinking back on that, Don't say anything more. I was wrong to make you swear not to kill. That's the only thing I don't want her to say. I don't want to make her say that killing would be acceptable no matter what it comes to. Even if I get hurt as a result. Just let my guard down a bit yesterday, that's all. Next time I'll be more careful. Cease your pretenses! Kanna yells at her eyes go wide for some reason. It seems like she's shocked by her own intensity. Oh, sorry. It is simply that Do you remember that night we fled the shrine? Yes. I was the first to break an oath that night. I'm not concerned with that anymore. I thought you might be killed back then. But now I feel differently from back then. I do not say things as your mistress. I am not sure what to say. But if you were to die, Sir Ryuya, She's unable to finish her sentence. From where I stand in the water, she's right in front of me, her expression innocent. I see her eyes wavering like rippling water and smile for her. Making sure I don't die is an easy task, milady. You just have to order me not to. I am your faithful servant after all. I obey my mistress's every command. Then I command you. She starts in her usual tone and then stops. She thinks for a moment. Then slowly she continues in a different way. This is my wish and not a command. Sir Ryuya, I do not wish for you to die. Right. I promise. This isn't an oath to my lady. It's my heartfelt promise to Kanna. And our first promise to each other. What is this? A warm enveloping sensation that I had thought I'd forgotten long ago. Something I had kept hiding away in the dark inside me all this time. Then Kanna speaks up. Say something. Huh? I know not how long this pause will draw on, she says, her eyes downcast and seemingly upset. Oh, then, do you mind listening to a boring story? Whatever pleases you. Drawn in by her usual smile, I start talking. I don't know what my parents' faces look like. For what reason? I think they must have given me up. And Nansui found me crying beside the road. Sounds terribly stale when I say it like that. Kanna is silent for a while, then finally asks a question. What is an Nansui? A traveling monk. People will say itinerant monk, and then the term sounds nice, but it basically means a beggar. We traveled all over the land together. We weren't close enough that I would call him the father that raised me. All I remember is that he was a strict person. I don't know why he saved me. Never spoke as much at all aside from reciting sutras. He didn't even tell me his Buddhist name up until the end. It was the summer when I turned 5 or around then. Bandits attacked us in a mountain pass. The monk went down in a single strike. Kanna's eyes go wide. A strong wind whips up, stirring the spring waters, and he kept praying even after they cut him down. Please allow my murderers into heaven, he said. And with that, he died soaked in blood. They said it wasn't worth dirtying their blades and spared me, though. And then once again, I found myself alone on the side of a road. Just a little kid, not even worth killing. I've been alone ever since. I've done whatever it took to survive. Stole a sword and took part in a battle. I killed people. I never thought any gods would hear my prayers. At least not until I met the girl I'm looking at now. Kanna just stands there stunned, staring at me. Then she speaks. I imagine those bandits regretted it greatly. Huh? It's only natural to regret slaying a righteous monk, is it not? I'm not entirely sure he was a righteous monk. Why are you so unsure? His prayers were granted and he was spared by the bandits. No. I falter when I start to explain, though. Look into the depths of her eyes. These eyes tell me she doesn't doubt what she's saying in the slightest. I see. I feel an unexpected emotion light up inside me. I know this feeling. Maybe I was the one who was wrong. Maybe I really was spared back then. Only I had realized sooner. I hardly noticed as the words slip out. I would have lived differently. That would have been trouble for me. What's that? Then I would never have met you, surely. Oh, right. I'm glad I met you too, Kanna. Whew. Whew. It's already past noon. The forest isn't as hot in the afternoon. The wind now carries a definite hint of autumn on it as well. Late summer cicadas are singing. Each of them is shouting their location out into the sky. Summer is ending already. Not for us. Yeah, I can see a hazy view of the mountains through the forest canopy. Once the sun sets, the three of us will make for the peak. Kanna is asleep. She's snoring slightly, her head in Araha's lap. Araha is smiling tenderly at her. She strokes Kanna's hair with her fingers and whispers, "She slept not a wink last night." Really? It seems you were of the utmost concern to her. I see. I look down at the sleeping Kanna without saying anything. She really does look like a fair maiden when she's like this. Then suddenly, Araha glares at me. Lady Kanna has always been a fair maiden. She must learn the ways of love before some tiresome oaf finds her. Kanna continues snoring slightly, unaware of the conversation. She's still a kid. She hasn't even played with dolls or beanbags or felt satisfied with life. Nah. She seems to be trying to roll over and squirms around. Raha gently places a hand by Kanna's head, casually repositioning the girl on her lap. Her slender lips move into a happy shape. Mother! Raha simply keeps stroking her hair gently. The time of Kanna's reunion is drawing closer, and it will be a time for farewells too. We set out as soon as the sun goes down. There's not a single cloud in the sky, but there's no sign of the moon either. Even so, the forest is bright and there's no difficulty along the mountain trail. Kanna makes a good time. She's probably impatient to be reunited with her mother. In the end, I tend to fall behind due to my injury, and then we reach the summit of the mountain. There's something like a little mound in the center of the woods. It's made of high stacks of moss-coated stones, up to twice a person's height. Looks like a very old artifact. A stone mound? But it's too big for that. So much so that it would make sense if there were space inside it. Here's Suryuya. She's a single tree taller than the rest off to one side of the stone mound. There's something round and about the sign of a person's face tied to the trunk. A mirror? I turn to Araha and ask, "What do you think it is?" I am afraid all I can say is that it seems to be some sort of magic. I will enter it from here. You're kinda safe from behind the stone mound. Wait. I grab her by the collar at the last instant. She's trying to jump into the hole barely large enough for a person to get through. Darkness and chill like that of an ice house seems to seep from it. I'll go first and see then. Start to say, then a harsh voice cuts in. No! Told you earlier, then I cannot live if something were to happen to you. It makes me happy to hear, but my job is to check for danger. As to why that is, there could be a demon imprisoned in there. We have made it this far, let us all go in together. Even Araha seems naive on this point, even though her job is to make sure Kanna gets away if something happens to me. Still, both Araha and Kanna clearly intend to press on ahead. Alright, but I'll take the lead. Very well, I shall allow it. Then, shall we? I step into the hole. It's like I've been doused in ink. I can't see anything. Proceed carefully, feeling along for each step forward. I can tell if there's an open area ahead from the breeze on my cheeks. But no matter how much I walk, I never come to it. There's no way this hole could be so deep. Is this another spell? Halt. Hear a voice from somewhere. You must not approach. It's a woman's voice, clear and cool. Know that you will not leave here alive if you intend to drive me out with violence. I don't understand what she means, but there's no hiding her natural dignity and grace. I straighten to my posture and call out into the darkness. I am called Ryuya, guardian for Kannabi no Mikoto. I am Araha, serving in the same role. I mean no offense, but believe you may be the mother of Kannabi no Mikoto. Kanna? Are you my mother? The woman's voice tenses again upon hearing Kanna's voice. Have you brought her here? How do you intend to trick me this time? I have no daughter. Long ago my daughter. Lady Kanna, your clothing, she says in her usual calm voice. I hear clothes rustling. It takes me a while to grasp what's going on. I bow down on one knee and stay still. Then there's light. The hole is lit entirely with bright white lights. I can see my own shadow wavering on the stone floor. My eyes adjust to the light and I raise my face hesitantly. Then I see her wings. Ooh. She's naked. Oh no. Oh no. Everyone look away. Kanna's clothes fall to the ground. She stands there naked without the slightest hesitation. Her mouth is taut, yet her jaw clenched. She has wings. Look at her. And there on her slender back, a pair of white wings stretching out to each side. Remember the first conversation I had with her? Well, they're servants of the gods, also called the phoenix-winged in China and India, and servants of the wind in Japan. In the old days, they were sometimes called kumari. Their skin is as velvet, their eyes agates, and their tears diamonds. They're truly divine in form and noble in bearing. What a banal description. Instead, as Kanna stands there in the center of this divine radiance, she's beautiful. That's the only word that comes to mind. Deeper within the cavern, there's a heavy double-layered metal barred door. On its other side is a noble lady held captive. She stares at Kanna, entranced. Her thin frame is wrapped in colorless, rough-spun garb. Her eyes are filled with grief, her cheeks hollow, and her hair has lost its luster. And yet, there's no doubt about it. This is Kanna's mother. Kanna turns, still naked, and shows her mother her wings. My wings! I cannot move them or fly with them, however. If you have the same. But she doesn't receive any response. Raha stands frozen in her sight, that notices my gaze. Here you are, Lady Kanna. Saying that, she gently drapes Kanna's kimono over her as though putting away a precious gem. I feel there's no need for that, but I suppose we are in front of her mother. The darkness returns all around us. It is karma, for the day to come that I encounter my daughter again. My daughter, to whom I've given the name for there are no gods. Kanna, you have grown up so beautifully. Mother! Clang. This is painful. Are you alright, Lady Kanna? They can't even reach each other through the metal bars. Our priority is to get her mother out of here. Then just as I think that, you, the one they call Ryuya. Yes, I'm here. Take Kanna and leave this mountain immediately. Why? Because I cannot fly? Because my wings do not move as I wish? Kanna asks desperately until I gently put a hand on her to quiet her. Squeeze. Where do you think you are touching? I guess this must be your chest, probably. Anyway, we can talk later. I don't understand the situation, but I can't back down either. Do you want to stay with your mother, Kanna? Do you want to stay with your mother? Yes, you cannot. Kanna flinches at the sharpness of her tone. She's overwhelmed by your mother's refusal, which she never even imagined. Let me ask again. Do you want to stay with your mother? I take the journey here and all our hopes and prayers, and I put all of that into question. Kanna's responds clearly. Yes, I do wish to stay with her. I'm content with that. Raha seems to be too. You heard the lady. I say into the darkness. Unfortunately, we are Lady Kanna's guardians. We must abide by Lady Kanna's wishes. What do you intend to do with me? Raha answers. We want you to leave this place, and then to live a long and happy life with Lady Kanna. I can sense the presence in the darkness as at a loss for words. Ryuya? Yes, you are not gifted with words, I take it. I heard that her tone is softened despite her words. Lady Kanna scolds me for the same thing. Raha, yes, I appreciate your work in protecting Kanna. You are most welcome. If only there were more like you in this world. Perhaps our fates would be different then. I can hear yearning and resignation in her voice. Us and you, humans and winged ones, and the fate of the winged ones. Sir Ryuya, we should hurry. Raha urges me on, and I come back to my senses. I feel my way forward through the darkness as I touch the metal barred door. I can tell I can't cut or bend these. Can you perhaps remove the bars entirely? The stone mortar with the wall is weak, and it's only held up by a log. It's designed to bring down the ceiling if I force that way. Is there nothing we can do? We have come so far. We'll just have to file through the bars. But I don't know how long that might take. Simply cut through them, please. Don't be absurd. Worthless as ever. Stop calling me that. Then Kanna's mother speaks up quietly. There should be a mirror outside the stone mound in the forest. Yes, there was. Return it to the water. Then the moon shall return as well. 3 of us leave the stone mound together without Kanna's mother. I need a drink. Okay, drink time. Okay. Ready to go now, guys. Let's do it. We stand in front of the round mirror tied to the large tree. Return the mirror to the water, huh? Do we throw it into the spring? Raha doesn't say anything. The mirror glimmers brightly despite the lack of a moon in the sky. It is quite bright. Saying that, Kanna touches the mirror with a fingertip. Ripples spread from where she touches as though droplets had fallen into the water. Irk! She pulls her finger back nervously. What sort of magic? This is... I turn back to look at Uraha, whose expression tells me she agrees. Move, Kanna. I draw my sword in a smooth motion. My back still hurts, but it doesn't stop me from using my arms. I lower the tip of my sword, then I exhale. Yeah! I drive my sword into the center of the mirror. The mirror bends easily, unlike the bronze it should be made of. Then it turns to water and drips down into the ground. A silvery light shines from the tree's branches, and a bright full moon shines down from the sky. The woods seem like a different place now, although I suspect the truth is that they were transformed into a different place up until now. I sheath my sword and turn away. The stone mound had vanished. There's a woman clad in pure white in its place, as though she has always had been. Let us go, she says and begins walking on bare feet. So this is Kanna's mother here. It's her. She seems terribly unsteady on her feet. She probably hasn't walked outside since being taken captive. Milady, take my hand. You must not approach. Raha takes a step toward her, but Kanna's mother warns her away firmly. My body has long been cursed. What? She turns a stern gaze on all of us, including Kanna, who will let out an involuntary yelp. This goes for you as well, Kanna. You must not touch me. Uh-oh. Then the 4 of us leave the mountain summit. We can't rush down. My wound begins to throb. A dull throbbing pain webs its way across my back, as though my entire body is submerged in muck. Kanna's mother isn't doing well either. Even when Uraha and I offer help, she refuses to take our hands. Kanna doesn't say anything. She seems far more forlorn than when she was isolated back at the shrine. But her mother's caution should let up a little once we get away from here. It won't be long for them to talk as mother and daughter after that. That's the thought I focus on. The woods grow thicker as we descend, and the moonlight we use to navigate them grows weaker. Then Kanna's mother trips on a tree root. She staggers and falls to her knees. Mother! You must not approach! She stands up on her own and resumes walking. Her lips drawn tight, Kanna follows along after her. Please pardon my rudeness, Raha says, bowing deeply, and Kanna's mother stops walking. I would appreciate it if you could hold Lady Kanna's hand. She says it so forcefully that I can hardly believe it's directed at a noble. But Kanna's mother shows no change in her demeanor. As I have already said, I cannot. I understand there are factors at play I do not fully understand. However, do you have children? No. Then you cannot understand how I feel. She covers her face with a sleeve as though to announce the conversation is over. But Uraha doesn't back down. I may not understand how you feel as a mother. However, I do understand how well Lady Kanna feels. For the entire length of our journey, Lady Kanna has... Hush. I interrupt Uraha in this rare moment when she loses her composure. Specifically because I sense something fly over our heads. Woo 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 woo! A sharp whistling sound rings out in the night sky. A bird? Kanna asks, craning her neck to scan the night sky. No, that was a signal arrow. Woo 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 woo! One after the other, signal arrows go up in response to the first. It's a sound that I've heard in the past that I hate. It signals that a battle is about to begin. Rah! A sound rocks the night as though the earth itself were rumbling. It's the sound of a force of thousands of all roaring at once. They're trying to fight their way up Mount Koya? Most likely, since the barrier is broken. Raha says in her usual tone, having risen by now. I swallow with a gulp. Something far more immense than what I imagine is happening. Let's hurry. Just as they start to move, Kanna's mother raises an arm and points to the woods in the opposite direction. This way. Then she starts walking, not waiting for me to ask more. We follow after her. She picks a challenging route through the thick undergrowth, but she's moving faster than before. Or actually, I'm getting slower. You look unwell, Sir Ryuya. Arahas whispers into my ear, but I lack the strength to spare for a reply. My body groans with each step we take. Before I realize it, I'm resting my left hand on the sword's scabbard. Then unexpectedly, the view opens up before me. We're still in the forest, but we've come to a small clearing. There are rocks of all sizes stacked along the incline we travel over. Looks like a very own stone wall. The moon glows brightly. It's almost like we've emerged onto a stage. There's nothing nearby for us to hide behind. Plink! I hear a musical twang of a bowstring from the forest. Scrick! Then the sound of an arrow being drawn. I feel a cold sweat run down my back immediately. Scatter! Stay low! I draw my sword as I shout and hurry ahead to the other three. Raha bends down, pulling Kanna down with her on the spot. Whoosh, 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 whoosh! Countless arrows rain down. Takes all my strength to knock just one out of the air when it flies too close. Uh-oh. Ag! I hear a muffled groan. 2 arrows are buried deeply in Kanna's mother's chest. I got one! No, you didn't. That shot was mine. I hear 2 high-pitched voices arguing over the credit, and then in that moment, all sound disappears. I can't hear any insects buzzing nor leaves rustling. It's like being on the other side of an invisible membrane shielding us from the rest of the world. The wind whips around me madly. The soldiers who had been hidden are suddenly launched skyward along with a spray of leaves. Some are sliced apart, others crushed by blows. Blood, flesh, and discarded weaponry form a whirling vortex. Kanna's mother stands at its center. She seems to be drawing strength from her rage, and is the one causing this raging storm. Don't look! I say, hurrying over to cover Kanna's eyes with a sleeve when I see her rapt focus on the scene. Is this the true face of terror? Something inside of me continues to sound an alarm, urging me to flee. My finely honed survival instinct continues to scream at me. It tells me that this is no human. Eventually my hearing returns. I smell blood. There must have been over a dozen archers, and half were killed instantly. Remaining soldiers' morale is broken immediately. Beep! She's just a monster! They cast down their bows and flee deeper into the woods. Kanna's mother simply stands there silently, letting the night wind tease at her clothes. She stares up at the full moon high above. Eventually, she begins to sway, then falls slowly to the ground. Oh no! Mother, don't draw out the arrows, I say, stopping at her as she reaches for them. What are you saying? All that will do is increase the bleeding. One is in her right shoulder. The other is right at her heart. The arrows are fletched with mixed feathers, and I can't identify the origin of. In a real battle, thousands of these would be launched, mowing down nameless foot soldiers. Damn it all. Such crude arrows, and yet, you have nothing to regret. I was always destined to die on this mountain. Then I realize Kanna's mother had put herself in the way of those arrows. It's almost as if she wanted this outcome from the start. Mother, you must not touch me. Cough, cough. She coughs wetly and blood drips from her lips. No! Suddenly, Kanna screams. No, no, no! She shakes her head wildly like she's throwing a tantrum. Then she embraces her mother, lifting her to a sitting position. Mother! Mother! She presses her cheek to her mother's. Oh. She lets out a warm breath from her bloodless lips. It could be an expression of despair or delight. I had forgotten for so long. The touch of another is so warm. Her left hand moves weakly, brushing her daughter's cheek. So this is karma. Her emaciated fingers stroke Kanna's hair awkwardly. Kanna, listen well. These are ancient words which were set to die with me. I pass them on to you now. The winds whip around Kanna's mother, shouting her. I know, right? Isn't this crazy, Minim? Crazy stuff going on. Their eyes meet and she begins a song. Strength, wind, now as like our ancestors, we inherit memories from the stars. It follows a unique melody flowing from high to low, and befitting of those eternal memories, we are guided by everlasting wings and spirit. She gradually picks up in pace, and eventually I lose track of its meaning. She wraps these lost words back on themselves layer after layer, turning them into a faint light she transfers to Kanna. It's like she conveys everything there is to know in that moment. Eventually, Kanna's mother's poem is finished. Please, forgive your mother. This was my true duty. Kanna doesn't respond. Her eyes blink in the moonlight, and she seems at a loss. Now, Kanna, next is your turn. What has your journey been like? She smiles a purely peaceful and clear expression. She seems almost unbothered by the arrowhead buried in her still beating heart. May I tell you? Kanna asks nervously, and her mother nods. I can see now. Stretch. Kanna's mother is like a candle about to wink out. She's burning up every last bit of herself for her daughter, and Kanna begins speaking. At first she speaks falteringly, then gradually smoother as she goes. She speaks of her life in the shrine, of the night we departed, the road through the mountains in summer, the fuss over her change of clothes, and the excitement of the market. Her mother doesn't say much at this point. She grunts responses and sometimes smiles, but that's the limit of her energy. I had never seen such a hideous bird. I only wish I could have taken one feather from its tail to show you, Mother. You must not be cruel to animals. I will no longer if you say as much, Mother. She affirms tranquility in response to the gentle scolding. That was where Uraha was found walnuts for me. She speaks into her mother's ear, selecting her words with the utmost care. And not just walnuts, she finds whatever I say I want and obtains it, no matter what. No others have ever been so considerate of me as she is. She does grow angry at times, but even then, it is out of a concern for me. Even at the shrine, thanks to her, I was never as lonely as I might have been. That is good. She's narrowly holding on, but it seems to be about to choke on blood at any moment. Are you unwell, Mother? No, please continue. I see. Well, speaking of walnuts, yes? Their shells were unbreakable, which caused me great concern. Later, Ryuya cut them open for me with his sword. Hey, I Am Thing. Squiddle Game Season 3 came out. Oh my gosh. I still gotta watch Season 2. How you doing today, I Am Thing? It's good to see ya. Goodness, with a sword? He tosses them into the air and slices them with cleanly in two, she says, doing exaggerated motions in imitation as she does. She was watching then, in the dark woods on that day, with her hair ornaments shining as she did. You're too young. Aww. Not for long, I Am Thing, right? But enjoy your youth while you got it, eh? He is a master of the blade, but Sir Ryuya does not kill. He is a true warrior, and a truly loyal servant. Growing hoarse, Kanna continues her tale. Raha stands beside her, watching their exchange intently without moving a muscle. I understand. We've come all this way. Guess you can? Yeah. All for this day, this moment. And yet, what we found at the end of our journey was far too fleeting a moment. It's on Netflix. Hey, there we go. Gotta watch it. May I speak, Lady Kanna? Yes, what is it? Is there perhaps something you wish to show your mother? Do not mention that. I am saving it. Your mother seems tired. It's time for it, maybe. Her voice is calming and not at all different from her usual. Then Kanna's mother speaks with a smile, reading Araha's intentions. I'd love to see it now. If you say so, Mother. Saying that, Kanna produces something from the front of her kimono. Have you ever seen such a thing? It's Totori beanbags, are they not? Amazing, so you know them as well, Mother. I was never skilled with them, though. Truly? Then please enjoy this demonstration. I had thought of this. I wished to perform for you when we met, Mother. Kanna says, then put an arm around her mother's back to help her sit up straight against the stone wall nearby. Then she takes a seat with her back to the woods so that her mother could see her. The moonlight illuminates her, shining at an angle through the woods. First she tosses one beanbag. 1, 2. But the third slips from her fingers and falls to the ground. I can do this, truly. She picks up the beanbags again and gets back into position. The memories came back to me. Remember when Kanna first picked up the beanbags? I will do it properly now, Mother. Here goes. Can I do that too? You can't know without trying. I am sure you will grow skilled and quickly with a little bit of practice. Then you must teach me immediately. Oh, Tamoon. Do you like Tamoon? I quite like Tamoon. The beanbag slipped from her hands again. This time I will succeed. She picks them up right away and throws them back into the air. Playing alone is boring. There are toys right there if you want company. I grow tired of these. I guess those beanbags are the only thing you never get tired of. Two of the beanbags collide in midair, then rain down on Kanna's head. Her mother looks on with a smile. Moon! Her eyes narrow as she smiles brightly on her daughter. I've grown up so much. This time, I swear I'll get it right. Hiya! I wish to grow more skillful still. You're bound to master it if you keep practicing every day. Will you watch me demonstrate my skill with the beanbags again sometime? Yeah, anytime, if you don't mind me for an audience. He tries to over and over, but can't seem to do it properly. Why do they not work? Why will you not fly as you should in front of my mother? She gathers the beanbags and lectures them urgently. I have practiced this extensively. All of my training was for this day. And now, why will you not do this? She grits her teeth and persists even then, continuing to try to juggle the beanbags. Hiya! She doesn't take time to focus on her posture or breathing. She repeats the same motions and mistakes time after time as though possessed. Even she is starting to sense it. Her time with their mother will be ending soon. Uraha trembles slightly. She's fighting off the urge to rush in to help. We can't do anything for her. Kanna has to see this through for herself. Kanna awkwardly picks up the beanbags. There's no way she can juggle them properly with her hands shaking so much. There's no way she can see her hands with her eyes full of tears. Like the trees too. How about the little beanbags and the big girl here? So all I can do is pray to the beanbags. Please, I beg of you, just once will do. Please fly properly for Kanna. Then, once I lose track of how many times she has tried, Kanna's mother's lips move. Just tree and that bush. Very nice. You are quite skilled. You really have tried so hard. That her eyes close and the last of her strength leaves her with those words. Mother! Her eyes flicker open again at her daughter's call. Please continue. Studying her labored breathing, she whispers, sounding truly happy. I'll always be here to watch over you. I understand. Kanna affirms, seeming reassured, and takes up the beanbags again. Her mother watches raptly. She may not even be in pain any longer. Moving only her fingers, she gestures me and Uraha over to her side. Uraha. What do you mean being checked? What? What are you talking about? What did you say? I didn't say bad stuff this time. Oh, I didn't even see what you said there. 'Cause this phone doesn't allow it. Try and say it like, again, but less swear wordy or something, whatever you did. Yes, ma'am. Raha bows her head deeply. It says K. It says K. Araha bows her head deeply. Suryuya. You don't like boy or girl, you like me? Interesting. I'm glad you like yourself. Never touch me. Leave me here where I lie. I can't answer. It feels deeply wrong to leave someone here, like her here. This proud scion of the winged ones. And here I am witnessing her last moments. But it got censored. Weird. Now I have no regrets. I can see her cheeks go pale and transparent under the moonlight. I simply wanted to understand one another and share wings with her, flying in summer skies to wherever our hearts desired. Her eyes closed. Kanna's mother's journey has ended. All three beanbags fall to the ground. Huh? Mother? Shock creeps its way into her wide-eyed expression. Even then, though, Kanna reaches for the beanbags. Unable to watch any longer, I rush over to her. BRB, okay. That's enough, Kanna. You can stop now. Release me! Stop this! She shakes loose of me and continues to reach for her beanbags. My mother does not lie. She said I was skilled. If I do not do this, I will make a liar of her. I have to do this. My mother is watching. She will be watching forever and ever. Her mother will be watching so long as she juggles. And if she can do it right, her mother might open her eyes again. Lady Kanna! Smack! Raha's open palm strikes Kanna's cheek. That brings Kanna back to reality. Looking Kanna in the eye head on, I tell her clearly. Your mother has passed away. She has not passed. She isn't here anymore. Kanna peers at her mother's face. The pale moonlight shines down on her bloodless lips. She has already started to take on the same color as the earth and grass around her. And Kanna realizes She realizes where her mother has passed on too. Will she never open her eyes again? Will she never smile again? Will she not awaken, even at my command? No one can give her commands now. Even if I wish for her, will my wishes go unfulfilled? I give her the only answer I can. Some wishes don't make it to the gods. Moonlight shines down on the forest. We bid our final farewells to Kanna's mother's remains. We pull the arrows from her chest, wipe the blood from her mouth with a kimono sleeve, and finally Kanna places the beanbags on her mother's chest. Her tranquil expression tells us that it's an adequate offering, and Kanna stands and turns to me. "Tsuruya," she says, her voice steady. There was a matter of Kanna's mother that sought to communicate with her. Strength and kindness and the pride of the winged ones. Back? Welcome back. You have done very well in watching over me, and without realizing it, there's no need for words now. Tsuruya! My mother! Sob sniffle. Kanna weeps. Clinging to me, she lets out uncontrollable sobs. I can feel hot tears soaking this chest of my Kariginu. Why does the title say 100 years in the past? Because that's where we are. We're 1,000 years in the past. 1,000, yeah. Kanna. That's where we is now. I stroke her head with my right hand. My hand runs over her silky black hair. We hold each other for a while. Kanna continues to cry, her tiny body racked by the sobs. Yeah, I wasn't born then either, shockingly. She grips my clothes in her hands, this girl with wings on her back. She's an ordinary girl like any other. Then the wind stirs, war cries that rise again, seemingly shaking the mountain itself. Rah! A deep chorus echoes back and forth repeatedly. The wound on my back throbs with the sense of my impending death. It punctuates my shame over my uselessness here. Nope, I shockingly know I was not. Holding Kanna close, I murmur. This isn't over yet. That's right, it's not over yet. Not until I get Kanna to safety. Not until I sent her on a course to her normal happiness. I don't remember anything about the route we fled down or how. Watchfire braziers and the sound of heavy footfalls block our route several times. Over here. Each time they do, we change directions and flee at random into the wilderness. Araha's face is hard. She's sensitive to others' presences and might be even more aware of it than I am. Aware that there's nowhere left to flee to. I'm not sure who did so first, but we all sit down. We can't go another step. Here, Tsuruya. Refuse the bamboo tube she offers. I'm fine. Go ahead and give that to Kanna. I'm the one breathing the hardest out of the three of us. The wound on my back has opened again. It's hard to stomach being a hindrance as their guardian. Drink, that's my command, she says curtly and thrusts the tube at me. I take it and give it a shake and it makes a weak splashing sound. Is this all the water we have? Yes. Alright, then we'll all share it. We pass the little bit of water we have around, treasuring each drop, and I notice we all press nearly shoulder to shoulder. The trees are widely spaced here, giving us a great view. The halls of Kangobuji Temple are visible on the mountainside in front of us. Bathed in the moonlight, the temple shines like heaven itself. Having all of us so close like this in the wood, it's almost as though we're a family that love each other. As soon as the words leave my mouth, Araha looks at me. What's with that face? Weren't you the one that said holding each other so close that it can be hard to breathe is a mark of a true family before? Indeed I did. I chat with them casually, but also keep an eye on our surroundings. The smell of smoke and pine tar mix together to fill the quiet night air. We don't have long until they make their way here. Then it happens. Out of nowhere, Kanna asks us a question. Do you ever make wishes? Wishes? Let me think. I already know, although I pretend to think it over. To escape this siege even at the cost of my life. To get Kanna out alive at the very least. I have one. I want to have a life with you and Tsuruya, Lady Kanna, forever and ever. She's as carefree as ever. Rather than saying that, though, I come up with something else. Sounds nice. Little house somewhere quiet. I should be able to make us enough to get by on. I could keep fields or hunt, or go out fishing if we live near the sea. The sea, huh? I'd rather the west coast than where the sea is warm. It would be wonderful to live there indeed. Raha says, sounding as relaxed as though we were already at our little house. Then Kanna leads in and asks, "What is the sea like?" "What, you haven't seen it?" "I have heard it is an incredible vast pool of water, but I've never seen it in person." "I guess it is a pool of water, but it's all salt water. I still know very little." "Indeed, and the sea's about as wide as the sky." "Is it?" "It has all the sea bream and abalone you could eat." "Truly? I'd be the one catching them, so don't take my word for it." We would all gather around the hearth and grill salted fish, and eat snow from the rooftop in winter. You can eat snow, but be careful not to upset your stomach with it. Our happy conversation continues. Every moment of it is precious to me. Then I sense footfalls on all sides, as though they come to wait for an opening to interrupt. They could be Imperial court forces, warrior monks with Mount Koya, or samurai from Azuma. I signal to Araha with my eyes. This time she won't turn back, no matter what, even if they take me down. She'll take Kanna and flee to wherever she can. Araha returns to our humdrum little dream with that resolve settled. Seaside villages usually have summer festivals too. Yeah, they all do. Next time, I hope we can all dance together. Me too, just watching isn't as much fun. I quietly move on a hand to my sword. Araha reaches for the blade in her kimono as well. We can't let Kanna pick up on our fears. If I picture it in my mind, I think of a summer night lit by glittering moonlight. There's a lively festival with crowds of people. Flames and laughter float upward to the heavens. Kanna dances with all her heart. She looks so awkward that Araha takes her hand. I just sway with the music and laugh. This is a dream. Kanna's voice brings me back to myself. Kanna pulls away from us to stand up alone. It is my dream. Then she spreads her arms wide and embraces the air. It's like she's taking all of the words we spoke into herself. All the words, rather. Not all dreams are painful. This was fun. Kanna? She's behaving oddly. Do not move from where you are. Don't move? What? Why? Kanna slides over as I move to stand. I forgot my wings when I was with you, Suryuya. She sheds her kimono, letting it fall to the ground. The winds whip around Kanna's body. Want to have a life with you and Suryuya, Lady Kanna, forever and ever. Araha has already realized by the time she said that. She knew where Kanna would be going next. This is my final command. Forever and ever, happily ever after. Keep living. She spreads her wings and the light shines more widely with them. The wind swirls around her. She's a servant of heaven, and the light she casts is fitting for that description. Her elegant wings mark her out as nobility and beyond human understanding. Soon it's hard to keep my eyes open against the intensifying wind. It dances and rages, dominating the vicinity. Both the tree and the land cry out, unable to take the onslaught. The foot soldiers around us are tossed into the air mercilessly. The wind forms a wall surrounding me and Araha. Kanna! Scream as I might, I can't even hear my own voice. All I can do is watch, overwhelmed. I see Kanna float upward, leaving the ground behind. What's she doing? The soldiers around us flee at the sudden incredible winds that rock the mountain itself. Kanna flies slowly, low in the sky above them. It's like she's demonstrating the grandeur of her wings before these foolish humans. Then I realize, Kanna's doing the same thing I did. She's acting like it's the bait to draw our foes, letting us escape. Damn it! I'd have to dash after them, but Araha blocks the way. You mustn't follow her, Suryuya. Why? This is what Lady Kanna truly wants. She wishes for you to live a long life. All I can do is reel from the words she throws at me. I'm Kanna's guard, though. Araha keeps her gaze fixed on me. Not anymore. The Lady Kanna, Suryuya, you are... She stops and turns her gaze skyward. The full moon hangs directly overhead in the sky. Kanna's silvery wings shine like gemstones in the moonlight. Slowly, waveringly, she floats upward into the sky. Then I hear a spell chanted from across the mountain slopes. Several hundred monks chant in unison, reciting an exorcism ritual, trying to reseal the demon that had been unleashed. The wind weakens and the gleaming of Kanna's wings seems to waver painfully, yet Kanna remains aloft like a bird that has just left its nest. The soldiers who had been crawling on the ground ready their bows. Now! Fire! Die, monster! You don't belong in this world! Like a sudden shower, a rain of arrows flies skyward from the ground. as a spray of light and feathers in Kanna's body reels dramatically. Got her! The enemy is wounded! Fire, damn you! Shoot her down! Kanna! I scream, completely beside myself. Fly higher! Higher! She climbs. She's taking out impossible wishes and prayers to the heavens. The chanting voices raise as well, like chains dragging her down. And then there's a shining light. Oh no. Feathers scatter outward. Kanna stops moving. She steps as though frozen in the open sky. The light from her wings fades. Eventually, I can't see anything anymore. Mount Koya is ablaze. Flames roar over the rows of spires and temple halls. The invading forces must have set the fires. Even then, the monks don't stop chanting their curse. They continue the rite, offering their lives in exchange. They continue intent on protecting humanity from the curse of the Winged Ones. My screams are wordless now. I don't know what's right or wrong anymore. I've lost the girl I was meant to protect. That's not good, guys. That was all that mattered to me. I stand there vacantly in the woods until dawn comes. Beyond the leafy canopy, the summer sky unfolds. The sky Kanna's mother had longed for. The sky that stole Kanna away. I fall to my knees there in the face of its unendurable blue. The cicadas began their high-pitched buzzing. Her words still linger in my ears. He is a true warrior, and a truly loyal servant. I slam my fist into the ground. What about me as a loyal servant? Apparently Kango Buji Temple has been ransacked over the night. I can hear the sound of swords being clashing somewhere. Out there, I carried to us along with the smell of burning wood. The remaining soldiers are still locked in small skirmishes, it seems. I stand up and draw my sword from its sheath. I'll launch myself into the enemies, giving my life and showering my loyalty as Kanna's vessel. I want to take as many of the bastards that did that to Kanna as to hell with me as I can. I don't need a reason. Just need to find someone to kill me. Suryuya! Raha had been silent this whole time, but now she speaks up, calling my name. Normally, seeming so far above everything, her voice sounds incredibly strained now. I'll be leaving you here. Forget about me and Kanna. Live a good life. Raha doesn't respond. Spreading her arms wide, her sleeves like a bird's wing, she blocks my way forward. I'll cut my way through you if you stand in my way. But Araha doesn't budge. Please do. I flip my blade around and press the tip into Araha's throat. This isn't like how I threatened her at the shrine. She won't move, I really will kill her here. But Araha does something I don't expect. She grabs the tip of the blade with both hands. She grips the razor-sharp metal like she's swinging out a towel. Make even the slightest motion, I'll cut her fingers off. Please do cut through me then. It's not an idle threat. Neither is mine. Why would you think Lady Kanna would be pleased to see you transformed into a demon? Kanna's not here anymore. You are here, Suryuya. You are alive, just as Lady Kanna wished. I definitely am alive. Having lost Kanna, the fact only fills me with a burning regret. Please understand. I don't want to live with this shame any longer. As that feeling surges within me, Araha smiles gently. This is not over yet. Araha listens with intense focus for a sound beneath the buzzing cicadas and rustling leaves. I can hear Lady Kanna's voice. She is crying. I can hear her, if only barely. Araha, are you? I'm not sure if she has lost her mind. Look into her eyes and she's still clearly present. The light of those last feathers that I saw scattered last night now dwells in Araha. My anger fades. You're stubborn. Oh dear, Suryuya. Women are all naturally stubborn. Be that as it may, though. If you don't let go, I can't sheath my sword. I will not. Her face remains calm even as she still grips the blade. Please swear to me. Swear that you will not throw your life away. That you will live your life to its end for Lady Kanna's sake. Now I can't tell who's threatening whom, and as usual I lose this battle. Fine. I entrust my life to you. The moment I sheath my sword, tears begin to pour from Araha's eyes. Thank you. She smiles, yet tears stream down her cheeks. This is the first time Araha has lost control of her emotions in front of me. Why are you crying? Because I'm so happy. I feel the same as Lady Kanna. I could not bear to live on without you, Suryuya. Now you're being dramatic. Perhaps I am. Araha? Yes? Let's go. Yes, let's. Dream of the sky. Okay? You got it? After that, we leave Mount Koya. The wound on my back hasn't healed, so I lean on Araha's shoulder as we flee. People speak of the events that night only in hushed tones. Okay. Crazy story, huh? The winged demon descended on Mount Koya and set fire to the temple halls with lightning. The Imperial court forces struck to drive off the demon, but they were helpless against it. A renowned Anmyoji used Hojutsu to drive the demon off into the sky. No one knows where this winged demon vanished to. A half year passes. We're in the capital, posing as a merchant couple while investigating the events of that night. Gathering rumors is entirely Araha's role, and that's how we finally learn the truth. Apparently it was all a factional court conflict. The court on Mayuji's faction has joined forces with the House of Fuji and attempted a coup. This had made the existence of the Winged Ones, revered by the former emperor turned monk, an inconvenience. Do you have a feeling, do you know who Kanna is in this whole story, Minim? Is it all starting to click together? Because it is for me. But the Eastern mercenaries employed do the dirty work and betrayed them out on their own, plus for the Winged One's power. Didn't care about any of it anymore. We still don't know where Kanna went and are just wasting our efforts. Although sometimes Araha says she can hear Kanna's voice. That's all that keeps me going. A year goes by. Little rumors trickling down to the capital as giving us a reason to travel again. There was a group of Hojutsu users out west who rival the monks of Mount Koya and the Imperial Anmyoji. If such people could seal away a winged one, then perhaps they could free one as well. We leave the capital and head west. Not as mobile as I once was and walk with a cane now. My condition makes me a burden on Araha while on the road. But Araha doesn't voice a single complaint. Then as we proceed down a rough road along the seashore, someone who looks to be an Unsui calls out to us. Do I recognize you rightly, Sir Ryuya, guardian of the Kanna no Mikoto? It's been quite some time since I've heard of Kanna's name or anyone call me Ryuya. Not totally sure yet, but getting there. Gotcha. When this, story is over, I'll let you know. And what is your name? I ask, not letting my guard down, and the monk lowers his voice as he answers. I'll also let you know who Araha and, Ryuya are in the story. An esteemed individual awaits you. An esteemed individual, you say? He doesn't respond, he just gestures for us to follow him. He guides us to a rundown mountain temple deep in the woods. I can tell Araha is surveying our surroundings closely once we pass through its decaying main gates. There is a barrier here. It's no shock to see you have noticed. This is a hidden temple. Even the root is hidden from those not invited. He guides us into the main hall, still in our traveling garb. The great hall is empty, but in its center is seated a tiny elderly figure that seems almost to be undergoing living mummification. Vestments as black as night indicate that this individual is the master of this temple. I have brought them. Good work, Roy. The monk who guided us here bows and leaves the hall, and the old monk slowly turns toward us. I gasp. There are no eyes in the old man's sockets, as though they were gouged out somehow. I am called Chitoku. His voice carries oddly, as though the expansive room itself is speaking. We identify ourselves as requested. Chitoku seems intrigued by Araha. So you are Araha? To breach the Koya barrier alone. Do you know of us? I have heard the broad strokes of your business with Kanna no Mikoto. And where's Lady Kanna? The monk comes closer to Araha and shakes his head. She is no longer a part of this world. Kanna isn't in the world anymore. A part of me still doesn't accept that obvious fact. Araha is silent as well. Give me a second. Okay. Simply listening as the monk speaks. By the way, did you meet Yao Bikuni? He asks, and suddenly I remember. The monks of Koya had referred to Kanna's mother by that name, and I understand the situation. She had been struck by arrows as we were there in her final moments. I wondered as much. The monks of Koya believed her to be immortal and ageless, but they forced a long life upon her with Koya's secret sealing spells, calling that immortal and ageless. Those fools. He speaks of Kanna's mother almost like an old friend. It is quite unfortunate that Bikuni had to endure such a curse. A curse, you say? The winged ones have pure souls, but at some point humans began to keep them captive for use as weapons of war. Even though she never wished to kill, Bikuni was haunted by the spirits of those she had aided in killing, and curses that would swiftly wither a human away merely accumulate within winged ones. Remember what Kanna's mother said, "My body has long been cursed. Never touch me, leave me here where I lie." What are winged ones? Ask before I catch myself. I don't know anything for that's for certain, but it is said that they are the inheritors of dreams, and so they are pure by nature. His answer seems like a riddle itself. I don't really understand. They have pure souls, and they're the inheritors of dreams. I have a question, Mr. Chitoku. Ask anything you like. Why do you concern yourself with the winged ones? He doesn't answer, but it must relate to why he summoned me and Araha here. Eventually, he gets up without making a sound. I have something to show you. There's a rough mountain path running behind the main temple hall. It's steep, but the monk climbs it with such skill that it makes me almost question whether he really is a blind old man. Follow after him, leaning on Araha for support. Rows of aged cedars line the path, their gnarled branches stabbing skyward. Cicadas have stopped buzzing at some point and are replaced by the songs of birds. This way. The path slope lets up and we arrive. Where is this? It's a cave consisting of a hole leading into a huge boulder. There's a sturdy oak door set into the center of the moss stone. It looks like it hasn't been open for quite some time. You have good news? What's the good news I am saying? Let's hear it. Oh! Raha rushes over and lays the palm of her hand on the door. I can sense the same thing I did from Lady Kanna and her mother. I can sense it as clearly as Araha, but I can also feel it. You got milestone for cool kid on a game you play. Hey, well done. Now you are a cool kid, right? Well done. This place is close to the sky. Tales told that a winged one once dwelled in this cave. Although it would have been hundreds of years ago now. Take you. You're welcome. You're most welcomes is... Were they held captive here? No, the winged ones are not demonic. The winged ones that lived here belonged to a tribe called the Kumari. In ancient times, they shared immense knowledge with mankind. We hold some of that knowledge to be the origin of the Hojutsu we practice. He breaks off and looks up at the sky. Kanabi no Mikoto was likely the last winged one in this world. What? My head spins for a moment under the weight of what he says. Something is making a sound high in the sky. A kite loops through the air, cutting a trail through the clear blue. Imperial courts forced in its striken Koya simply to slay Yao Bikuni. They sought to put an end to the winged ones and the faith held in them altogether. But why? Presumably, to focus the people's faith on a single god. Just one god? Raha starts to ask before her voice fades away. The ruler of the land cannot have wings that will carry him to the gods. In the future, all the text will be rewritten, just as the sky may be rewritten as the sea. A bird's as fish, or fire as water. Understand what the monk is getting at. Less winged ones had departed this world, and so the imperial court would fear any lingering legends of them. They'll be careful to hide away anyone or anything related to the winged ones. Text will be burned or edited, and we will have never existed at all. And someday all will have completely vanished from this world. The winged one's entire existence gone. I realize I'm clenching my fists. I don't know what to do with the anger boiling inside me. That's when Araha speaks. It will never happen. I can still hear Lady Kanna's voice. Lady Kanna weeps even now. How? The monk's face goes pale. He regards Araha suspiciously with his blind eyes. So you can hear it as well, that voice. When the monk says that voice, Araha kneels down. I have a request, Master Chikotu. She bows, about sleepily touching her forehead to the ground. Please teach me Hojutsu. I can't tell you have extraordinary aptitude, however. If I do have any sort of power at all, if I do, then I wish to use it all for Lady Kanna's sake. Please, whatever it takes. She puts everything into that one plea. She clearly doesn't intend to retreat an inch. After a long silence, Chitoku nods. In your case, fine. I will instruct you. Yay! And then, we begin living in the temple. In the end, we turn down the monk's quarters we offered, and Araha and I take up residence in the cave together. We both feel closer to Kanna here, and it's strangely calming inside the grotto. Araha trades day and night. The term hojutsu can mean a variety of different techniques. Reading minds, creating illusions, moving objects without touching them, healing ailments with a touch, causing people to forget what they've seen and heard. In extreme cases, they say it can be used to call forth the spirits of the dead. According to the monks, Araha has a once-in-a-century talent. Shitoku teaches her one secret technique after the other, and Araha soaks up the knowledge like a sponge, and yet she never grows arrogant. She gets accustomed to wearing a male suiken, and often helps the other monks with manual labor. The other monks come to call her the Temple Mother fondly. I simply while away time in the cave. These days, it's agonizing to move at all. Even assuming it's due to the injuries I sustained on Mount Koya, I have no regrets. But living without a purpose is worse than death, and I struggle with that. Ask for help from the itinerant monks and collect all the writings and legends on the winged ones that I can. I read over all of the text and organize it in my own way. It's everything I can do to resist the efforts that were slowly erasing us. And then, summer comes again. We have a Goma altar burning in the center of the stone chamber. It's just me and Araha around the flames. Now, let us begin. Araha begins chanting. Her distinctive high-pitched voice reverberates off the cave walls. It's a seance spell. The caster uses their own soul as a conduit to channel the soul of another. All of Araha's training over the last 2 years has been to master this technique. Beads of sweat form on Araha's forehead. A fragment of a soul from the vast beyond is currently taking control of her body. There's a risk she could end up possessed if she loses focus. Her groans get louder. No! Araha? No! She screams like her soul itself is being torn away. The flames on her Goma altar wink out. Raha! Raha, hang in there! I wrap her arms in my arms and try to rouse her from the darkness. In the darkness, I can feel sweat pouring off her in rivulets. She inhales and starts to stir. Seems like she's regaining consciousness. Raha? Ryuya, you're... Then she passes out. Are you awake? Several hours later, Raha's eyes flicker open. Even in the darkness, I know she's gone pale. Wipe the sweat from her brow with a handkerchief. Ryuya. She calls my name, seemingly reassured. Slowly, she sits up. She tries to tell me something, but can't seem to form the words. What did you see? Did you see Kanna? Yes. Where is she? Lady Kanna. She breaks off there and looks upward. Lady Kanna is still in the sky. She's in the sky? Lady Kanna is suffering, even now. She spits out the words and bites her lip hard. I'm confident that's what Araha saw, was Kanna's real spirit out in the void. Just remembering it might be stressful for her. Yet all the same, I still have to ask. Can you show me? She answers without missing a beat. No. Her tone is the same as ever, but I can't see through the lie with ease. Minim is a bit tired. He will close my eyes now. You know why you don't answer. Okay. I wish you luck with your listening and your resting and all that stuff. Won't you show me, please? Whatever happens, I'm not inclined to run anymore. But, please. She just sits and meets my gaze for a while. Then eventually, she speaks. Fine. She lets out a soft sigh. The emotion recedes from Araha's eyes, leaving just her will. Calm your feelings. I do as I'm told and remain calm. Raha starts the spell. This is another Hojutsu technique. The images she envisions will appear in my mind. How do you close eyes? Like what she's doing, see? That's how you do it. There's a strange sensation all around me, like a soft fleece enveloping my mind. Hey, Kanna! It's summer. There's a groove with a gentle mountain pass running between the green trees. If you look up, you will see the sky stretching endlessly. There's a man sprawled on the side of the road. Seems like the sword wound to his back was fatal. Someone weeps and wails. She tears at her hair and clutches at his corpse, which will never rise again. Kanna is the one weeping. Her wings are ruined from an arrow wounds and seems to ripple in the heat like a mirage. This is my command. Awaken! Arise! Why will you not move? Why do you not awaken? We need to go to the doctor when you blink you can't see. That's 'cause your eyes are closed when you blink. for a second. You silly. This is intolerable. Leaving me behind. This is simply intolerable. Why? Why does everyone leave me alone? She shakes the man's corpse. His pale face flops in my direction. He has my face. Tsuruya! Tsuruya! Kanna calls out for me. Tsuruya! Please, Tsuruya! She calls out over and over, as though she's losing her mind. No! I'm fine, Kanna. I'm right here, over here. I scream to her, but the buzzing of the cicadas drowns me out, and my voice never reaches her. Kanna is sobbing uncontrollably. She keeps sobbing all alone.
Kanna!
Kanna! My shout echoes around the interior of the cave. Raha is staring at me. Her eyes reveal a wide mix of emotions and also profound regret. Is that what Kanna always sees? Yes. So she'll never stop crying? Yes. She says with a hint of sob in her voice. The curse directed at Lady Kanna that night was incredibly powerful. So powerful that it shattered her heart. I can tell what I saw was a fragment of what she treasured. A memory of our journey together. The memories of my saddest days that I had shared. Memories of her strong and gentle mother. Kanna had held all of those close as she took flight. As she perished, was that all you could see? Yes. Winged one's hearts run out much more deeply than those of a human. My spells are only enough to provide glimpses of the surface. But, even now, the curse torments Lady Kanna. A curse. Thinking back on it now, the word has been associated with winged ones from the start. Her mother came to know a human and then turned entirely demonic. The curse laid upon her mother was also a powerful one that held over time. It is quite unfortunate that Bikuni had to endure such a curse. It will weaken and eventually kill anyone who cared for a winged one. A lot of you will not be spared either, should you do so. Her mother's curse also affected Lady Kanna when we parted ways. Please forgive your mother. It will cost you your life as well, Tsuruya. Tsuruya, it did not wish for you to die. Given the death of Lady Kanna's feelings, I see. Just grunt as an acknowledgement. Drinky time again. Whew, heavy stuff, guys. Okay. I have the power to do this. So it's all due to that night on Koya. Since then, I felt something unknowable gnawing away at my life force, and I've had a vague sense that it is related to Kanna somehow. When will I die? I doubt you will make it another year from now. Am I the only one who will die? Raha's chin shifts slightly at that question. Yes, you were always the object of Lady Kanna's affection, Tsuruya. I can shield myself with Hojutsu, but you? I see. I'm glad. There's nothing to be glad of. Her hands are clenched on her knees. Why do you have to die, Tsuruya? Why did Kanna have to die? Why must I alone? Why must I survive alone? Raha fights down a wail that still seeps out as a moan. But I'm not going to give up yet. How do I save Kanna? And answer me. Anything, no matter how small. There is no way to save Lady Kanna. None at all? Not a single thing? But then Raha gives a clear nod. Someday, the spell binding Lady Kanna in the sky will fail. Lady Kanna's soul will be reborn on Earth and continue this karmic cycle. But the curse will persist as well. Why? The winged ones are the inheritors of dreams. We figured a few things out by referencing the lessons the monks have taught her. The winged ones are the inheritors of dreams. Dreams are probably the reference to memories in this case. In other words, the winged ones are all passed down their memories to their descendants in some way. And that would mean that they had massive stories of memory that presumably also includes experiences and knowledge beyond human understanding. Which is precisely why we believe the winged ones share their knowledge with mankind. It's also why the winged ones were misunderstood to be immortal and ageless. That night after Kanna's mother had been shot with arrows, Kanna's mother has imparted the entire history of their race to her. That included her mother's memories, and also her mother's curse. You must remember when we spoke with Master Chitoku before. I could tell as well, when we performed the seance earlier, Lady Kanna was the last winged one. There's no longer anyone in the world who can inherit Lady Kanna's memories. There are no winged ones besides Kanna. I had tried to avoid that fact. The old wound in my back throbs, a sensation I have felt many times. It's the throb of defeat. but Kanna will be reborn on Earth again. She goes through the karmic cycle of death and rebirth, and that should end the curse. Humans and winged ones are not the same. For a human to channel Lady Kanna's soul would be like moving the sea's waters into a tiny cup. Long before the contents could be poured in, the cup would shatter. Lady Kanna's soul will be reborn many times with no time to heal. And also, even if Lady Kanna's soul is reborn on Earth, at the earliest it may be centuries before it happens. Raha stopped speaking. I'm speechless as well. Kanna is still up there in the sky. And yet I don't have wings. I also don't have much time left. Kanna will suffer forever, eternally. Kanna will never leave that endless summer and never stop losing those she loves. Look up at the ceiling. I can feel the weight of the concept of centuries sink in. I can't save Kanna, only death awaits me. And yet I won't let myself sink into despair. Raha has dried her tears and is now staring directly at me. There was only one way. There's an unshakable confidence in her voice. You mean, there really is a way? Yes. What should I do? It is simple. It is a simple matter. Please have children. Huh? I think I misheard her. I said, please have children. If you have children, then you leave a part of yourself in this world. Then I finally understand what Araha is getting at. And moreover, those children will then have children, and on your will shall remain alive rather than fade away. And you will surely be able to save Lady Kanna someday. She claps her hands together once, as though it's a brilliant idea. I'm simply dumbfounded. Have children. But who? But how? It's not that easy to find orphans to adopt. Oh dear, I never said that. You should simply father your children yourself. She always makes things seem simple. I don't have the skills it takes to do that alone. I will help you. I see. Wait, no I don't. Hold on. I must have to accept the idea and then shake my head in a frenzy. Don't you realize what you're saying? I am not a child. I am skilled in the bedchamber. That wasn't what I meant, though. Is there any other way? She asked flatly. All I can do is fall silent at that. You have so little time remaining. I would feel terribly, Lord Lady Kanna, if you wasted any more of your time, and I would be glad to. I could be of service to you, Sir Ryuya, and if I could help to save Lady Kanna. She looks straight into my eyes and speaks passionately. Her selflessness has saved me time and after time already, but I can't lean on her so easily this time. But I'm lost in thought when she speaks again. There is one other reason too. What? I will be left alone when you pass away, Sir Ryuya. That was a different way to ask to do the thingy. Yeah. Very true. But you would never forgive me if I were to die soon after you. Of course I wouldn't. Want her to live even if I die. Never thought about letting her trade places with me, even if that's just a self-righteous pretense on my part. If you tell me to keep living, I will endure in any way I can, Raha says, validating my own feelings. But please, consider it. If both Lady Kanna and Sir Ryuya are not here with me, then I am simply awaiting my own demise. It is too cruel a fate. I look down, trying to avoid looking at my own body, and then Raha slides closer to me. Please, leave me just one thing to remember you by. She rests her head on my chest. There's a faint, pleasant smell coming from under her collar. It's been 2 years since I met Araha. I do find her beautiful, but I've never found her cute. You can be such a coward. I give her a gentle pat. Her hair isn't as lustrous as it once was, probably due to her lack of time to care for it now. I am simply true to myself. She looks up at me, her face as tranquil as ever. I can see that there's no way I'll be able to refuse her. I understand. Araha. Yes. Will you have my children? As you wish, but on one condition. I place my hands on her shoulders. Araha, I'll use all of my remaining time for your sake. Is that alright? She nods, then smiles. Yes. It's the brightest smile I've seen from her in all this time. The wind blows away the clouds. The moonlight shines down, illuminating Araha's alabaster skin. She's far more conservative than I had expected. The moon disappears behind the clouds. We both give ourselves over to our bodies in the darkness. It's another signpost on the endless journey we're on. What awaits me after this? I'll never know or find out. Two months later, Raha becomes pregnant. I'm profoundly happy. Time passes slowly for us. That autumn, You mustn't strain yourself. Hearing her words, I set my brush down. Insects are swarming around the lamp I have burning. We're living a quiet life. Nothing changes in the day-to-day. I wash my face with water from the jug and straighten my hair, then begin my day. I eat the breakfast Araha made me. I pull on the kimono Araha sewed for me. Then I hydrate some ink and write until the end of the day. This year's autumn is quite gentle. Yeah, rice harvest should be good at this rate. I guess that'll make it harder on the scarecrows. We make idle chatter. It's a human life, defined by the warmth of loved ones. Raha quietly leans her shoulder against mine. Only the moon watches over our lives. Winter comes. Are you cold? She asks. I'm bundled up and she snuggles against me. Yeah. Even the brazier of coals doesn't warm me this morning. My old wound screams as though I plunged it into icy water. Be sure to keep yourself warm too. Getting too cold bad for this kid in your belly. And don't be too active in the in helping the monks. Gotta close my window. Someone decided to mow very loudly. And I don't know if you guys can hear it or not. There we go. Oh, Foo-Foo. Why are you laughing? Out of happiness. She clasps my skinny, withered hands in her own. I can feel how warm she is, and the roughness of her palms. I shall go get some cotton wadding, she says, standing and proceeding onto the door, only to speak up again. Oh dear, goodness, it snowed. Of course it would be so cold. I guess it snows in winter here. Leave the door open a bit longer. I like to get a good look at it. Yes, pure white crystals rain down ceaselessly. They're like fragments of flames purified by the sky. We stand there gazing out at them for a long time in the frigid cold. Then comes spring. It has warmed up so much, Raha says, not pausing her needle as she sews. Gentle light leaks in through a gap in the door. The faint scent of winter Daphne awakens my emotions. I picked lots of field horsetails this morning. I see. It seems as though the entire mountain is smiling. There's a pile of filthy cloth on the pillow beside me. It's a set of rags I used to wipe the blood I cough up each night. Raha talks of spring like a young girl who can hardly wait for new buds to bloom. You could almost say she doesn't have eyes for anything else. Look, finished! She has sewn a small doll stuffed with cotton. Wow, that's ugly. Raha laughs knowingly when I say that. She puts the doll on the ground and focuses her will on it. The doll! The doll! The cotton and cloth doll stands up on its own and then starts moving around. Then it hops up to my chest. Before I can reach for it, it falls over and returns to being just a normal doll. Impressive. I will give it to our child to soothe them when they are born. Saying that, she rests a hand on her stomach, which has started to visibly swell. That's a nice idea. I answer, then return to my endless struggle against the throbbing pain. And then... The sun is almost set when we got back to the mountain trail. The thicket feels uncomfortably open. Coming in at an angle, the sunlight turns the trees orange and allows in the first creeping shadows. I pick a spot to camp and sit down my pack. I will go get some water and be right back. Kanna unexpectedly turns to Araha, who is taking out the bamboo tubes. I will help as well. You stay here. We're in serious trouble if you get hurt. Fine. Kanna seems unusually compliant. After going a short distance away, she does exactly as I said. Something about her seems ephemeral. Kanna? I'm here. I see. There's something embarrassed and awkward about our meaningless conversation. There's not much time to let you have fun. If you could, go collect some firewood. She looks at me with evident surprise. You will allow that? Yeah, but don't go anywhere I can't see you. Watch out for pit vipers too. I know. She answers excitedly and dashes off. Then something comes to me and I call out to her. Hold on. What? Leave the walnuts. I'll open them for you. Kanna takes the walnuts from the folds of her kimono and hands them to me. I'll allow you to break them open, but not eat them. Wasn't going to. Then she runs off into the forest. All I can see of her is the darkness, the glimmering light when her hair ornaments reflect the setting sun. She goes quite a ways away, despite me telling her not to. I can't tell where I am. I slowly open my hands, which has been clenched tight. Sorry, guys. Okay. Clenched tight. The walnuts that were handed to me have vanished. Are you awake? Araha is in front of me. Good morning. Araha seems surprised when I greet her. How are you feeling today? Her eyes are red. She was probably watching over me all night. When did I last close my eyes? I try to turn my head where I'm lying down. The door is partially open. The room is filled with bright white sunlight. That reminds me. It's almost summer. It's been a while. I'd like to see the sky again. What an elegant idea. Raha's eyes light up as though it suggests going on a trip together. Wait just a moment, and I will get our preparations in order, she says, as I see her press her sleeve to her eyes for a moment. I think she knows. This will be the last time I see the sky. Araha grabs a hold of my collar and slowly maneuvers me out of the cave. I'm down to just skin and bones now, and I can't weigh more than a mummified body. That said, this is still hard work for Araha as she enters the final month of her pregnancy. We enter the sunlight, and suddenly my whole body is bathed in light. We both sit against a tree a short distance from the door. Look, Sir Ryuya, see how high the birds play in the sky? She points straight ahead into the shining blue heavens. I can't see well. The sky is too bright for my eyes now. Raha slides closer to me. Looking at me from the side, she smiles happily. Oh my, tee-hee. What's the matter? I move my neck hair as I ask. Our child is kicking. And she giggles again. Sorry, but can I put my head on your lap? It sounds as though you wish to be spoiled. She teases me as she puts my head on her lap. I put my ear to her swollen stomach. I can hear a sound like kicking on the door from the other side of her loosely wound obi. I'm entranced listening to the sound of the soon-to-be-born life. That's our child. Hey, Marshall! Posted the video. Awesome! How you doing today? Did you do the good job with the Pokemon? Our baby. I pray for a safe birth. There's nothing to worry about. I'm sure our child will grow up strong, and I'll take them to a summer festival together when they're older. I'll check it out later, Marshall, by the way. I'll see which game you played out of all the games. Doing amazing. It shows your starter, so it's episode 0. Episode number 0. Gotcha. I'm doing good, though. I am well with this game and myself. Into the capital and to a market. If it's a girl, I will teach her beanbag games. Of course, I will for a boy as well, but all the same. I know that a boy would be just like you, Sir Ryuya. Clever, dexterous, and smart. The starter choices kinda suck. Oh no. I'll see him afterwards. Pinky promise. Hope they grow up to be kind and upstanding. Now you're praising me too much. Oh dear, Sir Ryuya. If I don't praise them, then our child will never grow. I see. I guess you're right. And we both laugh like we used to. I was dreaming earlier. It was a dream of Kanna. It's the first time I've spoken of Kanna since we became intimate. I had a dream as well. What did you dream of? Araha looks up at the sky instead of responding. Soon summer will begin here. She said it so innocently that I can't help but laugh. Did I say something odd? No, it just struck me as funny. Time passes slowly. It passes amid gentle sunlight and pleasant breezes. It passes in our life within the cave. Inside the cave rests the text I compiled, the Chronicle of the Winged Ones. I know our child will have use of it in their search for Kanna's spirit. And Araha will teach the child Hojutsu. Any child of hers is bound to master the art. Perhaps the child will even follow a path we cannot find on our own. I feel excited just thinking about it. What lies over the next hill? The feeling I used to get as a child when setting out on a journey starts to roil within me like thunderclouds. I can continue my journey even across the years. My journey to be reunited with the dear winged girl that we could never replace. There's nothing more that I could ask for. I have no regrets. Even if this were all just a dream. Can I ask something of you? Yes? Araha tilts her head and looks at me. I just stare back at her face. I try to sear all of the light and wind on the scene of the scene into my memory. You are free to forget about me. If you have our child and raise them quietly, so you seek your own happiness, I know Kanna would forgive you. I'll apologize to her on your behalf. If you decide to do that, please burn my writings. Normally, she'd have never listened to me on this, and she became even more obstinate when it comes to Kanna. I've seen it happen time after time. That's why I have to say this. It's alright to just forget everything and just be happy. You put the rules, ooh, nice. I'll check them out too. You can forget about Kanna, and about me. Raha listens in silence. She smiles, and then she responds, I will not. She squeezes my hand tightly, but I'm now too weak to do the same. I shall not be alone. Lady Kanna and you, Sir Ryuya, will both be with me, guiding me, and our child will be there as well. I am happy. I look forward to a long and happy life after this. I can sense her feelings through our hands. The feeling is so strong they overflow from her, so I ask myself, did I do my best? Was I happy in my life? Then I realize, there's kind of a lot, but they're important. I gotcha. I gotcha. My answers were all here right from the start. I see. Yes. So that's why you and I make a good couple. Yes. I look up at the sky again, the high clear blue sky, the radiant sky, and yet large droplets of rain fall onto my cheeks. Sir Ryuya. It's warm summer rain. Sir Ryuya, oh Sir Ryuya. Rain, almost like someone's teardrops. Thank you, Araha. Sir Ryuya. I'm looking up at the sky. I feel the wind blowing over me. I reach out to grasp the pure white feather that flutters down from above. Oh. Haha. Oof-a-foo, what's so funny? No, it's nothing. We should go soon. Kanna is waiting for us on the other side of the sky. Yes, I shall accompany you, always and forever. And there we go, we did it. That's the end of that chapter, guys. Oh, it changed again. It's nighttime now. Start air. It now says start air. Let's see if we did everything. Pretty sure we did. Oh, we missed one? What the hell? So, Minim, if you didn't know, this Kanna girl, do you remember, everyone in the present saying, there's a girl in the sky, there's a girl in the clouds? That would be Kanna. Kanna is in fact the girl in the sky, in the clouds, with the wings. And, Ryuya, and, Ryuya? I forgot her name already, wow. Ryuya and other girl, Araha, that's it, are, the ancestors of our main dude, Yukito. So that's why he had the doll. So yeah, where do you say we start air? What do you say we start the final chapter? This is the end, guys. The final chapter begins now. I wake up, and it's bright. I'm somewhere in the light. I look up and I see the sky. It's shining pure white. Where am I now? I still can't get there. The ground. It's hot. Burning hot. I can't go anywhere yet. And I have to go back. But where to? It's so hot. The ground sways. I'm still not used to it. To any of it. Tap, tap, tap. I hear a sound. It's coming closer. I have to get away. But I can't. The sound feels almost familiar. Hiya! Boop! Something warm touches my back. I did it! Yeah? They're there. Swip, swip. Something scratches my back. I look up, but it's too bright to make anything out. All I can hear is a voice. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Swip, swip. It feels nice. I want to keep it going. Oops! The warmth touching my back goes away. I'm gonna be late. But this little guy's not running away. I want to keep petting him. What do I do? Hey, where did you come from? The voice is saying something to me. Where did you come from? I don't really understand. Is there a home you can go back to? I don't understand that either. Do you have a mom? Do you have a mom? I know a word here. There. Mom. Someone warm that smells nice. Someone who teaches you. Someone who's always there for you. Huh? My mom isn't here. Why is that? I don't understand. I wonder where you fell from. Just in case, let me save. Okay, cool. It's so bright here. I look up at the sky too. It's bright. Her long feathers flutter in the wind. Then I remember, this is a girl. Girls have long feathers and boys have shorter ones. I don't go near boys since they'll bully me. As for girls, I don't understand. Are you alright? It's the girl's voice again. Will you make it on your own? Alright, I'll start walking. If I look back and you're not following me, I'll say bye. Okay, here goes. Tap, tap, tap. The girl vanishes to somewhere. Well, we got choices once again, guys. The choices return. And so, I will now stick to my visual novel walkthrough thing. Alright. Obviously, we need to follow the girl. The girl looks back. Oh, you came after me. I'm standing under her. Hey, wanna come with me? That's what it means if you came after me, right? Are you ready? Here we go. Whoosh! She picks me up. The ground recedes below me, and I feel lighter. The girl puts me on her shoulders. It feels odd. She's so close. This is where I should be. This is where I'm happy. What? What? Bird? It's her again. Remember her? No, it's not Pico Pico. Shockingly, it's not Pico Pico this time. Air. I think I'm the bird now. I'm home! Aw, no one's here. My mom's working. She's really busy. She'll come home late, but you'll get to meet her if you can stay up late. How did you take care of a crow anyway? I'm the crow, guys. I'm the crow now. I guess you don't really take care of a crow, huh? You just gotta stick together. I'll open a window so you can do what you want. Creak. There's a sound and the light pours in. There's a square, sharply delineated space. Wait here, I'll go change clothes. She takes me off her shoulder. The ground here is odd. It smells like it, but it's not actually grass. This must be her nest. Her mom's missing too, and she doesn't get much sunlight here. I forgot to tell you my name. The girl points to her face with the wing. What strange wings she has. They're flat and smooth, but only has feathers on the tips of them. Miss Suzu. Miss Suzu. She makes the same sound again. I can't tell it's what she calls herself. Miss Suzu. It's a pretty sound. A sound of winds long ago. Interesting that you're the crow. I know. Very strange, huh? Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but that's the impression it gives me. What's your name, little crow? She points at me. Crow? I think I've heard that word before. Miss Suzu and crow. I like the sound of that. I guess you can't answer, huh? I've got to think of a name for you. I'll come up with a cute one, okay? There. She pets my head. It feels nice, so we stay like that for quite a while. The square sky starts to turn red. She puts me on her shoulder again. There you go. Let's go out. They have really good sweets here. Excuse me. Can you eat this? You can't, right? Of course you can't. I wonder what crows eat. Munch munch. So yummy. Sorry for eating by myself in front of you. Let's head that way next. Tap tap tap. She starts running. I'd like to get drinks from this vending machine. She stops in front of a big square box. Which one should I get today? Maybe this one again. I just found this vending machine a little while ago. It's hardest to see what's under your nose, so I was shocked to find an oddity like this machine right by the school. All the drinks are weird. The extra thick ones are really good. Clink. Click. Work. A small square box comes out of the bigger square box. This must be one of its kids. It's also weird that they're all juice boxes. She grabs the box's kid with a wing and pulls it loose. Again, it strikes me how odd her wings are. Maybe they're really 4 legs. Tap, tap, tap. Then she starts running again. Now we can eat our sweets and drink our juice on the embankment. Here we are. She stops there. Snick, slurp. It's so good. She laughs. No one else is around. The sky is red now. The light turns her face red too. This is all so odd. I'm with her and that should relax me. So why do I feel so sad? Poke poke. I give her cheek a peck. What's up? What's the matter? She looks over me with those big eyes. I could share my thoughts she might understand. I don't have any idea how to do that. Well, let's go home before it gets dark. My mom will be out late again tonight. I'm sleepy. I'm gonna brush my teeth and go to bed. She gets up. Then there's a low rumbling noise. Oh, that's Mom's motorcycle. The sound steadily grows louder before coming to a stop. Look, Mom's home. I'm home. I hear a voice. This voice is different. It's braying and unpleasant. Welcome home. It has very long plumes, but it's not like the girl. This one has a horrible stench. This isn't a mom either. This is an enemy. I fold my wings and puff up my feathers. Miss Suzu, You got something weird on your shoulder. Oh, this little guy came home with me. The hell is that? It glares at me. Pretty amazing this wild animal likes ya. You sure it's not thinking of killing you though? He's not like that. He's a good boy. So what? Why is he here? He'll live with us now. Not happening. You didn't even stop to think about it. Come on now, try and pick a better pet at least. He's not a pet, he's a friend. I'll get some time off soon. Why not come with me to the pet shop then? A cat or dog would be better, right? You gotta take care of it though. I don't want a dog or a cat, I want him. I said no. Get a dog or a cat. Gow. Whack. Ow. Crows are bad luck to start with. It'll be depressing coming home to see something like that. No, it won't. He's cute. Show her. Say hi to my mom. She takes me down from her shoulder, holding me with one of her wings. Then she moves closer to the enemy with me in her grip. Tap, tap. The enemy's face fills my vision. I'm terrified. She might eat me. In a clash like this, striking first is the key to victory. I aim for the enemy's eye and strike. Peck. Yeah! Mom, are you trying to blind me? It grabs my neck. Swoosh, swoosh. Wong, wong, wong. The world spins around me. I feel sick. What? Don't be too hard on him. This is idiotic. I'm gonna go take a bath. Be sure to wash your eye well. I'm gonna. The enemy leaves. I win. You still got school, don't you? Get to bed already. Right. The enemy is gone. Phew. She puts me back on her shoulder. You can't do that again, ever. She's my mom. She seems mad. I drove off the enemy and she's mad. That makes me sad. Clean teeth. I've never had a cavity. She pulls back her lips. Her beak is flat, but it does look clean. Now I'm all ready. Time for sleep. What will you do? I face her. Crows don't sleep in bed with people like cats, huh? Do birds even sleep? Like if you guys fell asleep on electric lines, do you fall down? Oh, I get it. That's why you were on the ground, huh? Now I see. You should sleep soon too, so you don't get sleepy and fall down again. You can stay on top of the blanket for now. She puts me down on the ground. The ground is soft and hard to walk on. I'll leave the window open so you can use it if you want to go out. Creak! And you can do it what you want, but you have to be here when I wake up. Be sure to wait for me to wake up before you go home. Okay, now good night. Then the light goes out, leaving us in darkness. Darkness. July 17th. I'm waiting on the girl. I think about all sorts of things as I wait. I'm a crow. Crows are birds. I don't think the girl is a bird. I think she's something they call a person. Persons don't have wings or feathers. I think that's something my mom taught me a long time ago. They call plumage hair and wings hands, and flight feathers fingers, and so on. Anyway, persons can't fly. Birds can fly. But what is flying? I'm not sure. Tap, tap, tap. I hear her footsteps. I've been waiting for a long time, so that makes me happy. I walk toward the sound. Hop, hop, hop. Oh! Wow, you remember my face! You're so cute. Yes, you are. She pets me. It feels nice. After she pets me, she puts me on her shoulder. I like it here. Huh? She's looking at something far away. Who's that? He's sitting in the spot where I always go look at the sky. I don't recognize him. She walks closer. He has a big bag with him. I don't think he's from this town. She walks closer apprehensively. His body is the same color as mine. His plumage, no, his hair is short. Is he fully grown or still a fledgling? I'm not sure. Hello? I think he's asleep. Poke, poke. She pokes him with a finger. Good morning. He's not waking up. What do we do? There's a nice breeze that keeps it cool here, so I don't mind sitting down together to wait. She plops down beside him. So refreshing. The wind lifts up her hair. It looks very pretty, except exactly like plumage. She sits there in the wind. We wait for the person to curl up beside her to wake up, but no matter how hard we wait, he doesn't get up. Eventually, the sun starts to set. The color of the sky begins to change. Isn't the sunset pretty? She seems happy to sit beside the unknown person. Oh look, there are kids playing over there. She turns her gaze toward them. I can see them off in the distance, almost reaching somewhere and yet not quite anywhere. Two small figures at the start of it all, a boy and a girl. They look like they're having fun. She stares. Wouldn't it be nice to play and have fun like that? One of the figures waves its hands. Bye-bye! She waves back. The small figures start walking. They set off down an endless path that extends far into the distance. Unafraid of what lies ahead, the figures march forward. It's something I just don't have. I feel my wings shiver. I watch with her as the two figures go, for as long as we can see them. Phew! He never woke up, huh? We just left him. I wonder how if he has a home to go back to. But he wouldn't wake up no matter what. We just have to let him sleep. And I don't think he'll get sick sleeping outside in this weather. We can check on him again tomorrow. Vroom. There's a low rumbling noise. I puff up my feathers. Yesterday, the enemy showed up after that sound. Oh, Mom's home. She's a little early today. I'm home. Yep, there's the enemy again. Welcome home. Yeah. So it's still here? Huh? What do you mean? Don't try and be cute and play it off. That ominous creature on your shoulder. Ominous? I've only had good luck since he came around. I haven't overslept or been late to school or had any teachers get mad at me. You're supposed to be able to do all those already. Really? Still, he really does seem to like you. Crows don't usually do that. Like I said, we're friends. You've been out with that writing on your shoulder? Yeah, we've been together all day. That's gonna look bad to everybody. You think so? At least dunk in some flour and make him look like a dove. Well, I can't do that. Why not? He'd be cuter like that. I like him black. That's how he looks naturally. Still, it's kind of a problem to walk around with a crow all the time. You think it'd be weird to see anyone carrying around a Buddhist altar all day, right? Yeah, but... So we can't go around making the neighbors gossip, can we? Let's try and be normal, okay? Think it over, would you, Miss Suzu? I know we don't want to start rumors. Right, it'd make trouble for both of us. I know you work hard too. You're right, I sure do. But I want to keep him around too. Why won't you listen to what I'm telling ya? Oh no, you're mad. Huff huff. You moron. Really am gonna turn that crow into a dove next time I see him. Can she go somewhere else? What do I do? This is awful. The enemy left, but the girl seems like she might cry. This is one tough enemy. What do I do? We could try meeting only in this room, but I hate that. I don't want to live my life in secret. I've got to get her to accept you somehow. Never give up, Miss Suzu. Hurrah! She raises her hands. I think she's planning to take on the enemy on her own, but I'm too sleepy for tonight, so let's do that tomorrow. Looks like she gave up on it already. Good night. She lies down and stops moving right away. I guess she went to sleep. What do I do? There's only a small gap where the square sky was yesterday. Swoosh! I jump up and try slipping out through it. Thwump! The ground gets a lot lower all of a sudden, which is a bit of a shock. I get up after that and start walking. Hop, hop, hop. Wham! I seem to have slammed my beak into something. I'll need to be more careful. Hop, hop, hop. Wham! I have a long road to follow. This is her nest. And my nest too. It's very comfortable. But the enemy lives here too. I feel like I'm making a mistake somehow. I don't want to get caught again. I should head back now. I go in while it's still dark out. The crack I got through before is up above my head. I can't reach it. Hop, hop, hop. I can't do anything here, so I head out to the front of the nest. There must be another way in. I look around. I can't see well, but I do my best to search for one. I find a smaller opening lower down. Swish! I slip in through it. Huh? I just heard a weird swooshing sound from the living room. Wonder what that was. I sensed a hostile presence. I need to flee. Hop, hop, hop. Splat. I run into a wall. There are walls all around me. Ew, what kind of weird critter got in now? It's the enemy. I'm sure she'll eat me if she catches me. A horrible image rises up in my mind. I can see it, my foot sticking out of her mouth. Delicious. I quiver with horror. My feathers stand up on end from fright. I've got to do something more. Oh, it's just that damn bird. Still, it's gotta be worse than having a black cat across your path, running into a crow in your own house. Now what do I do about you? What do I do? Fight, defend, run. I guess we fight. I have no choice but to fight. Well, I'll have to catch it. Whoosh! I dodge her outstretched hand. You're too dark to see at this time of night. And why are you so quick? Come on then. I spread my wings out. What? Are you taunting me? Fine then. She reaches out with both hands. I slipped between them and kicked off the ground, aiming for her face. Swip! Yarg! I win. I should flee now. Hop, hop, hop. Hold on, damn it! She grabs for me. And with that, I'm captured. I'll chop your beak off and give you a human face. Flap, flap, flap. I can't get away. Suddenly, it's bright all around me. What's the matter, Mom? It's the girl. Wah! Her gaze meets mine where the enemy holds me captive. Don't pick on him. He stabbed me in the eye again. That's twice, I tell you, twice. I'm gonna chop his beak off and give him a human face. Don't do that. Oh, so you're fine with it if I go blind? What a terrible daughter, I swear. Suddenly, she lets me loose in the air. Flap! I land without falling over somehow. Over here! She gestures to beckon me to her. I dash over and she picks me up. I've got it! You've got what? I think he thinks you're an enemy since you're always mad at him. I am an enemy, so I want to show him you're a friend too. No. Please? I said no. Please? How many times do I gotta say no, you moron? I'm a moron. Now you're getting it. Go. Whack. Ow. But he'd be a new member of the family. I don't want a bigger family. Mom, stop being so stubborn. I'm gonna run away with him if you don't let me. Don't talk nonsense. You got nowhere to go. That doesn't matter. Well, thank you for your help, Mom. Yeah, have a great life. Yeah, bye-bye. She turns away and leaves. She goes outside. What do I do now? Wasn't thinking and it just kind of ended up like this. I'm really doomed now. Tap, tap, tap. She's upset. Is it my fault this happened? That makes me really sad. I want her to smile all the time, but I don't know how to make her smile. All I can do is stay close to her. I guess let's get some juice for now. Rustle, rustle. Oh no, I left my wallet at home. No juice for me then. This is so sad. Gow. Kerching. A hand appears from her side. I'll take it out of your next month's allowance. Huh? Mom? What's the matter? I put it in 100 yen. Push the button for one of them. Okay. Click. Wonk. I was about to put out a missing persons notice for you. Oh. That'd be real embarrassing. Yeah. I'd be really embarrassed by that too. So I was thinking it'd be better to forgive you than do that. Oh really? Got no choice, do I? You're a real difficult child, you know that? You're gonna freak out if I give you a whack? Yes, I didn't even say gow. I feel like I heard you say it a second ago. You imagined that, I think. Oh, was that it? I might have to take it out on you if it gets up to mischief from now on. Okay. I What do you call them? What do you call that ominous critter? Well, I haven't named him yet. Want me to name him then? Sure. Kuroda Black. That's not very good. Unlucky Kyohei. Don't name him things like that. You're hard to please, you know that? You're just really bad at this, Mom. Don't start from his color or how you think he's unlucky. Oh, stretch. Fudge. Oh my goodness. Try a more positive image. Like Sora, like the sky. Sora? Yeah, you realize that it's like the polar opposite of that bird. Where'd you get idea that kind of pretty image suits him? He fell out of the sky right in front of me. He came crashing down, you mean? Well, yeah, but it made me think. I feel like he's a gift from the sky. It gave me a friend. Yeah? Well, fine then, Sora it is. Wasn't he named Sky in the anime? Or am I remembering things wrong? Whatever. Okay, he's Sora then. She says looking at me, but I'm pretty sure she's talking about that thing way above us. July 18th. Good morning, Sora. Did you sleep well? What's this game about anyway? It's a lot to explain. I would look up a synopsis if you possibly can, I am thing. Lots of things going on, and we're in the final chapter now. It's crazy. Lots of crazy stuff going on. Did you sleep well? It's about a girl in the sky, I'll say that much. Do you stay here all night while I sleep? Or do you go out? Plunk. She puts me back on her shoulder. Now to get ready. Oh no, I'm gonna be late. My mom always sleeps in, so I have to get ready on my own in the mornings. There's a lot of stuff to do, like make breakfast, eating breakfast and making lunch and so on. Need to get up earlier in the mornings. Let's go do it. Tap 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 tap. She gets more lively as the day brightens up. That's how I am too, so that makes me happy. There's no one around. I'm probably late already, and I don't want to go in during class. What do I do? Guess I'll get a juice box and take it easy. It's hot, so I might as well. She pokes the big box with a finger, and a small box emerges. Then she climbs up to the higher ground. I peer around us. A long, thin strip of ground extends in two directions. We're at the start of a path with no end in sight. The school's year-end ceremony is tomorrow, and it's summer vacation the day after that. But I have makeup classes, so I'll still have to come to school. And I'm gonna invite them out today. My classmates, I mean. I'm gonna ask them to hang out over summer vacation. I bet they're all going to hang out a lot, so I want to be part of the group. Want to hang out and play and have some fun over summer vacation too. I don't want to be all alone again. But it's scary. Do you think they'll want to? Like, sure, Miss Suzu, let's hang out. I'll practice with you, Sora. She grabs me, and she puts me face to face with her. Let's hang out over summer vacation. But I have makeup classes, so maybe in the afternoon? We could go swimming in the ocean, or play cards, or catch bugs, or light some fireworks, or just do our homework for the break together. Yeah, that's a good idea. We could just copy then. That's so easy. Or cope or whatever. Just kidding. I'll do my best. What do you think? Did that sound weird? I want it to seem like a normal girl. Okay, I'm feeling confident now. I'll do my best to invite them out. I can't take you with me though, Sora. She puts me down on the ground. See you in the afternoon. She dashes off. Now I'm alone. I just sit and wait. It's extra hot when you have black feathers. Eventually, a big crowd of people comes along. They all pass by where I'm standing. Hey, wanna have a sleepover and do our homework together? Okay, sure. They all seem excited. Guess they're off to do something fun. I watch the flow of people intently. Over time, it starts to thin out. Then there's no one. Tap, tap, tap. And finally, she comes out. I go toward her. Hop, hop, hop. I can't cry. Nope. Well, she smacks herself on the head. Hang in there, you can do this. Water drips off of her. That's odd, considering it's bright and sunny out. Hey, Sora. She looks toward me. I guess I'll be alone again this summer. I couldn't make any plans to meet up with friends. Everyone knows. They know that I'm not normal. You don't care though, do you? I'm going to do all the fun things by myself. For my research project, I'm going to do an illustrated diary and draw the fun part of each day. Then everyone will read it and be amazed. They'll all regret it. They're gonna wish they all had spent their summers with me. I'm okay. She wipes her eyes. She seems incredibly sad. Let's go. But she's back to smiling shortly after that. How was she able to switch to smiling so quickly? She puts me back on her shoulder, and she starts walking. Madame, do you have an idea on who this girl is here? Miss Suzu? But it's not long at all before she stops again. Oh! She turns to one side. She's staring at something off in the distance. It's the person who was curled up here yesterday. He got his head up and is really focused on something now. It's the guy from yesterday. She watches him from where she stands. You know, I don't want to be alone. All summer long? I don't want to play alone. I hate being the only one who has to be alone. So, I'm going to go talk to him. I'm sure he's not from this town. So he won't know about me. I bet he'll think I'm a normal girl. So I'm going to talk to him. And well, if he seems like a good person, I'm going to invite him to hang out. I'm going to give it another shot. I have to try to be around other people. That's a good thing to do, right? Give me a second. Okay. And it's not a bad idea, is it? I'll be right back. I don't want to spend another long summer vacation alone. That's not weird, is it, Sora? It's okay to try to make friends again, right? Before summer vacation starts. Oh my god. Like, I wish lawnmowers were less loud. Whew, I'm gonna be hot for a while, guys. Burning hot. She starts walking. Tap, tap, tap. She slowly closes in on another person. Act natural. She climbs up to higher ground. Isn't the wind nice? Nah. She stretches, making nails so you can't write for a moment. Oh, gotcha. Do you think you figured out who Misuzu is, though? If you can't type right now, though, then don't worry about it. Answer when you can. She stretches, extending both arms. The wind blows in from the front. I have a really good view from where I stand on her shoulder. Below us is a vast stretch of water. It stretches out and on forever. It seems like it reaches every possible place. Hello! That's a really big rice ball. She talks to him. It's him. Or rather, it's me. But him. Me. The man with the sinister eyes. Don't you need a drink with that? The nails are really too long at the moment, but yeah. Ooh, who do you think she is? I'll go buy one. She falls back immediately. How did that first impression go? Do you think I seem like a normal girl? I'm worried how my bangs looked. She tugs on her hair. Did I do okay? Whip. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. I signal a response with my wing. Still, I'm glad. He seemed like a decent person. And he's funny, eating a rice ball that big. So he's not a bad guy, I'm sure of that. No one bad would be that funny. I may not have had much life experience, but I don't think that's the case. I'm so glad. We arrive at the big box. Alright, I'll get her my favorite juice. Clink wonk. She gets 2 boxes this time. Doesn't the big box care how many of its children she takes? That concerns me a bit. Now let's hurry back. Tap tap tap. Bam! The world pitches wildly, which gives me a shock. There's the ground right in front of my eyes. Ow! I tripped. Are you alright, Sora? Poke poke. She pokes me. She seems to be checking if I'm injured. I give her a light peck on the face to tell her I'm fine. Sorry. I dropped the juice boxes. She stands up and dusts herself off. She picks up the boxes, and finally she returns to where the man was. Here you go. You had a real adventure out there. Go. You should go home if you're hurt. I'm okay. She hands the man a box. Jab. Slurp. Yeah. The man spits out liquid. It looks thick and strangely colored. What the hell is this? Look, he's even here too. Wow. Blurble. He crushes the box. What a jerk. She gave that to him out of the kindness of her heart. Hey, why would you do that? You're pranking me, right? No, I won it. These are really good. You don't want yours? No. Well, I guess I'll have both. Sure, they're both technically yours anyway. I'm glad. The man starts eating the big ball of rice again. Let me know if your mouth gets dry. Whatever. He finishes eating. Then he hops down to the lower ground and starts walking without saying anything. She follows after him. Hang on a minute. I know there's a lot of hang on a minutes, but that's how it goes. They stop and stare at each other. Yeah?
Dash.
Time to dash. The man starts running. Hey, he's ignoring me. She seems surprised, but the man doesn't turn back. She just runs straight ahead and whang! Hits his leg on something. Oh no, I bet that hurt. He bounces around. He's hopping around on one leg. It's funny to watch. And she finally catches up with him. Didn't that hurt? No, I'm fine. But you were hopping on one leg when you were running. Because of the kid back there, I was just playing around a bit. It was funny. Just thinking about it makes me laugh. Yeah? Slurp. The box makes a noise when she puts it to her mouth. So, did you need something? The slurping sounds changes tone and she looks up. Let's go to the beach. Huh? The beach, over there. He points behind her. Why? I want to hang out. Do what? All the kids were hanging out there yesterday. I watched them for hours. It looked so fun that it made me want to hang out at the beach too. I was thinking about it the whole time. The whole time you were sleeping, that is. You were sleeping there last night, where you were sitting before. I wondered why you didn't have anything better to do, so I kept an eye on you. I poked you in the stomach and back, but you wouldn't get up, so I gave up. You were just completely exhausted, I guess. Are you feeling better now? So are you free again today? The man seems frozen. Come on, let's go. She starts to pull him by the arm. No, I'm busy. I saw you just sleeping yesterday and just eating now. Those were breaks. Everyone needs breaks. You were playing around for that kid though. I'm looking for something. It takes up all my mental real estate, so I can't hang out with you. And I'll help you find it. Is it around here? I think it's at either the North or South Pole. Okay, I'll run over and check. Tap, tap, tap. She starts running. I wonder where the next bus is, when the next bus is. Oh, there's one coming right now. Nice timing, Miss Suzu. Vroom. There's a low rumbling noise. The air becomes dark and cloudy, and it smells strange and terrible. Some sort of immense monster. But she doesn't run away, so I don't either. I wonder if my allowance will be enough. But how far should we even go? You said the North or South Pole, right? Where are those anyway? Oh, right, the North Pole is at the top of the world. I've seen it on globes. So the South Pole is the opposite. It's at the bottom of the world. Wait, they're both really far away. Are you getting on or not, miss? You gotta make up your mind. I hear a voice from inside the monster. Must have eaten this guy already. No, sorry. She dashes off. That was hectic. Huff, huff. She goes back to where the man is. She seems so upset that she's on the verge of tears. The North and South Poles are both really far away. Yeah, they're pretty far. I realized it when I was about to get on the bus. I was like, he might have been lying. I was lying. Why would you lie like that? She seems sad. I'm sure it's his fault. He's an enemy. Flap, flap, flap. He doesn't notice my gesturing. You were looking around here just now. Yeah, this is the place. I'll look with you. She starts walking again, tired as she is. Oh, what are we looking for? A polar bear. You're lying again, right? Would you really go to the North Pole if I said I was serious? Why are you so mean? You've gotta be hot. Go home already. Doesn't bother me. I'm used to it. Rustle, rustle. She rummages through the grass. She's searching really hard. Oh, found it! This is what you're looking for, right? She grabs something. Then she straightens up and looks over at the man. He notices what she's holding. What's the matter? I found it. What did you find? She shows the man her find. A rhinoceros beetle. A giant beetle is pinwheeling its legs in the air. This guy looks cool. Do you remember the beginning of the game I am thing? This guy is me, the main character. But now he's here. Weird, huh? Well, that's nice. Huh? Is this what you were looking for? Why would anyone be searching this desperately for a beetle? Hell no. Yep, it's him. It's me. It's him. I thought maybe he was your friend. Right, sure. I look like someone who's friends with bugs. Great. Yeah, here you go. A friend for you. She walks over and holds out the bug. Here you go. She's soaked as though someone poured water over her. She sparkles under the sunlight. I'm looking for a doll. A doll? Its hands sewn and stuffed with cotton. It's about this big. Understood. The sky is starting to shift to evening colors. The sky arches high overhead. She's still searching for something. So is the man. So I search with them. I have no idea what we're looking for, though. Why is it, I wonder? I feel almost happy as we do this. This is impossible. I guess so. Rustle, rustle. Might be somewhere else. I guess it could be. Rustle, rustle. Hey, don't worry about it. I bet you're tired by now. I don't mind. I'll keep looking until we find it. It's important to you, isn't it? Well, yeah. Where could you have dropped it? Rustle, rustle. Oh, I didn't drop it. Huh? Then how did you lose it? Come on, tell me. Well... Oh, a female rhinoceros beetle. She squats down. A girl! That's the second big bug she's found. Incredible. Go home already. Will you like the boy we found earlier? Oh, look! I don't want to see it. Oh, there it is! Her voice rises. She's looking off into the distance past the man's face. What kind of beetle did you find this time? A cross-dressing one? He turns around too. No, a doll. Huh? They seem to have found something. Ugh! He jumps at something and vanishes. Or so I think for an instant, until I see him on the ground. She hops down too and walks over to him. You were just about to get eaten. Still, that kid had an unbelievable kick on him. I'm glad you found it. Yeah, me too. I owe you for that. So you hang out and play now? With who? With this doll? That would be pretty sad. No, I meant with me. What do you mean by hanging out and playing? Like playing on the beach. We could play tag or splash each other in the water. And finally, we part ways by saying, see you tomorrow, to each other. Well, that's just being friends. Yeah, let's be friends. You're friends now, right? No, we only just met a bit ago. How about this? You can play with that beetle you found before. The one with the fancy horn. Looks like a cool dude. He's taken. He went off with that girl bug earlier. Oh, that's too bad. Yeah, too bad. So come play. I really want to play? Well, actually, I just remembered I have another errand I have to do. You do? I see. Yeah, so maybe we can hang out another day. But I'm not planning to stay in town long, so we might not see each other again. That's kind of sad. Yeah? She laughs, and yet she seems very lonely as she does. Well, if you need help with anything, maybe I could... It's late already. Go on home. My mom's always out really late. She won't be mad at me. I'll help. My next errand is to make money. That's why I don't need a kid around to get in the way. Why do you need money? Is there something you want to buy? Yeah, something I want really badly. What is it? Time to dash. Then he starts running again. Hey, he's leaving again. She calls out, but he doesn't stop. He just runs straight ahead and... Bop! Bop! There's a little kid I don't recognize holding its head at the man's feet. Did I just kick you? Aww. She rushes over. It's alright, you don't even have a bump there. Pain, go away. The man is pretending he doesn't have anything to do with what's going on. And there it went. He touches the man's knee. He touches her forehead. Huh? And there it went, over to you. Huh? Ow! Ow! Ouch! She dashes and flails around. She almost shakes me off with the violence of it all. Wow, that's an impressive performance. She does a lap and then comes back to the kid. See? The pain all came over to me, so you're okay now. Sniffle! The kid stops crying. Are you ready to go home? Watch out for cars, okay? Okay. Bye-bye. Squeak, squeak, squeak. The kid rides off. So, what were you saying before? Oh, we finished that conversation. Well, you were kind of in the middle of a sentence. What was it again? Oh, right, the thing you want. I don't need anything. You said you want it really badly. Well, yeah, something like that. But still, it's got nothing to do with you. He turns away. Well, see you. Thanks for the help. Oh, right, food. What are you doing for dinner? Do you want to come over to my house to eat? Can I really? His eyes light up frighteningly. Yeah, you can. You can tell me if there's anything you want to eat. A ramen combo. Yeah, my family doesn't own a ramen restaurant though. Ramen and rice then. Okay, we can make that. See you. Ah, you're leaving even though you already told me what you want to eat? The man starts walking, but then stops and crumples in on himself. What's wrong? Really don't mind if I eat with you. It's fine. By the way, what's that thing? The man looks at me for the first time. Huh? She sticks out his face close to me. Surprised and confused, I'm suddenly terrified. This is Sora. Sora? Yeah, Sora. He looks like you, kinda. Yeah. Don't say something so ominous. But is it popular to carry one of those around you on your shoulder these days? Do you want to give him a ride? Like I said, I don't say something so ominous. Why does everyone call him that? He's cute. She pets me. I don't know. She turns away. We're back at our nest. Alright, guys. I think I'm gonna call it right here. So we're back in the present day. I'm a bird, apparently. And, we'll see what happens, huh? We are in, the end game of this game now. What's the name of the wing woman? Kanna or Kanna? It's Kanna with 2 N's. That's her name. And, in case you haven't figured it out, Misuzu is the reincarnation. But yeah, hope you have a good time. Have a good one, Minim and I Am Thing and anyone else here. And I'll see all of you, hopefully tonight or tomorrow. Bye-bye!